Hey everyone, I think I'm live. Let's see here. Oh my god, don't start with the squeaking. Okay, it's muted. So there may be some squeaking tonight. Anyway, how's everyone doing? Okay, I'm muted there. All right, good. Ready to go. Hey Megan, hi Megan, hi Lily, hi Kimberly, hi Rarely Care, Kara, Sue Elliott, Go Ask Alice, Rhonda. Hey Steve, Dirty Uncle Sale, what's up? Kimber, oh, I already said Kimberly. Oh my God, stop. Hi April, Mama of 3. Oh, I just made a quick drink. The French martini. It's the last one I showed and probably the one I showed the most on the channel. I'm like, they probably don't want to sit through that again. And it would have taken me another like 10, 15 minutes to get that set up too. So I just hurried up and made my drink. Hope that's okay. But if you want, like I'll do an intermission. I can show you guys that. Where am I? Hey, Autistic Shill. Hi, Steffi. Hey, Sean. Jazzy's mom. Hey, Blue Apple Pie. Kino, what's up? Hi. Eliar. All right, I think that's about everyone who's showing up there right now. Okay, so anyone see any good live streams lately? Yeah, Jesus, the fucking hypocrisy. I want to cover 2 streams actually tonight. One by Nonsense and one by Rabbit Hole. What is making it? What's? Oh, okay, that's my tissue. Wait, right? Is that what that was? So okay, now it goes away. All right. Hey, Debbie says what? So I'm not really sure who's I want to cover first. You know what? We're gonna do Rabbit Hole first. I'm not gonna cover the whole thing, obviously, just portion of it. So, all right, we're gonna need that open. Sorry, I'm running a little late. I went to open mic night tonight at the Improv Theater. It was for comedy, open mic night comedy. I met a couple of people from work there. It's a fun time. A lot of good comics down there. Even the aspiring ones were pretty good, which usually they're not. So I'll be honest. Like I think that's why I won't get up there right now, because I know if I did, I would suck, and I don't want to sit through someone's 7-minute set that sucks, So even though it's like practically free to go. I mean, they ask for donations, but you don't have to technically give one. I do, but you don't have to. So it's pretty much more or less a free show. Really shouldn't bitch, can't bitch, but I still bitch. Just what I do. Oh no, this one I have to pull up the stream I'm covering. Right. Let me get to where it starts. The part. Oh, she is talking about that for that one. Okay. Nope. All right, I think I got where I want to start. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. Hi over. Oh, no, wait, that's not Kick. I'm sorry. I'll check over there in just a moment. Hi, Kick. Oh, no, there's no one over here. Hi, Autistic Shell over on Kick. Hi, Geo. Want to grab us? Okay. Hey, Gigster. And I don't know who Oscar is, but hi, Oscar, I guess. So this is Down the Rabbit Hole News. It's a stream she did yesterday. I think it was yesterday, right? Yeah, May 2nd. And it's titled Let Me Chime In, Nonsense and Letter Gay Captured. Oh, and she's talking about someone else in the beginning. I was a manhunt or whatever. So I skipped over that. But here is where she talks about nonsense and all that went down. And boy, I don't know, man. I seem to remember shit a lot differently. In fact, so does her previous streams, to be honest. So we're going to go over that. And, and thing is I've watched her coverage, her content on other things, the way she covered other things. And I have to say, it's almost like there are two different rabbits here, because the coverage I've seen her do on like the true crime stories, or even other YouTubers, other whatever creators, for the most part, I agree, or at least I can understand how she reached her conclusion or whatever, I get it. But then there's this, and I don't fucking get it. Like, I'm not saying I don't get it because it doesn't match mine. No, of course not. But I don't get how she can look at the same shit I'm looking at and come up with something completely different. I get that it's the way we interpret the things in front of us is all subjective. I get that. But I can't imagine what kind of subjective past or what kind of past would cause you to look at it in that way. It doesn't make sense unless you're being a bit dishonest. I don't know. That's my opinion, but anyway. Let me check chat and then I'll get started. Wait, it's not chat. It's Facebook. What? Oh yeah, I know. Wait, who's that? Wait a minute. Did Nonsense like stream twice today or something? Because, whatever. I'll cover that later. Anyway. Hey, Beth Ann. Hey, Java Man. And I'm sorry for the squeaking. She will be going out in a few minutes, so you won't have to listen to the squeaking for long. But she's also far enough away from the mic. I don't think it's going to bother you too much. Thank you, Beth. Thank you. I didn't do my hair. I washed it, so there's that. Oh, and I dyed it, but not that drastic of a difference, so might not even notice it. That high guy. Yes, I agree, Steve. I do think Becky is like Unirock 2.0. And there's a part of her stream which flabbergasted me. But anyways, we're going to start here. I'm not going to cover all of Rabbit's stream. I just want to cover a few pertinent parts.
How do you use someone else's content? Nonsense. Okay? For like the summer. Every day for like many, many months, there was review of videos. And that is how you would call receipts to a fraud raiser. Okay? Now, here we are, present time, and Nonsense is a liar. See, in the world that I come from, like when you go to school, academia, and all that other stuff, right? One of the things that they tell you, okay, is that when you're writing a paper, especially when you're going to do your APA sources and sorting and all that other stuff, you have to use something that is recent, like within the 10-year mark, right? And if you,
I'm going to just be of the argument that that's anywhere in life, whether you're in school or not. I mean, if you're going to give some sort of evidence to your testimony or whatever, then it should be something recent. Like even the shit with Katie, I try, unless it's completely relevant. I don't even like to mention shit that she's done before like 2021. You know what I mean? But if it's relevant, like if we're talking about like the Toddy Westbrook case or whatever, and what led to that, well, then we kind of have to talk about shit in 2020. Okay, I get that. But if I'm just giving an example of how she outs her sources, I'm just going to, for the most part, stick to like just the past couple of years, year or two, probably, But I mean, unless it's relevant, then I'll go back further. But I mean, this is the thing that's anywhere in life, because people do change, believe it or not. I mean, not usually the way they want to change, but everyone does change. So you want to keep things relevant. You want to keep things recent,
and again, that is to support your argument of what you're about to talk about, right? So in my mind, if I do research and I'm about to fraud bust somebody and I'm using somebody else's content to do it, And then 8 months later, I decide to call that person who did the content a liar. So was my content a complete lie? I think I was one of the ones that was able to connect with nonsense way before Unirock or anybody else. Okay. I have an issue because I think that and number one, I never supported that narrative of a fraud raiser. Never. Okay. And everybody in the chat will tell you that. I was very vocal against that narrative because.
See, this is what pisses me off. And I'm going to pull something up here in a minute. She didn't come right out and say, Letitia is a fraud. Letitia is scamming. No, she did not do that. However, she supported that theory because that's the theory she pushed on her channel. That's the storyline, the narrative that she stuck by, that she really only gave any kind of attention to. So I mean, you can't sit here and claim that you're biased about something when you have two sides to a story, but you only support, you only highlight, you only give attention to one side of the story. Sure, you never said that the other side is also possible or not. You never said that. But you're also not talking about that other side and giving that other side any kind of credibility either. So when you do that, you are showing support for one side of the argument. She absolutely supported that narrative. Absolutely. And without any kind of evidence or anything behind it. In fact, she was the main person to really push the whole concept of that report being an actual police investigation when it wasn't, and it still isn't. So when that happens, anyway, moving on.
And I'll say it again, I am not the investigative authority. Now, I did interview a person that filed the police report against Molly, against these people, against Letitia and everybody else.
No. What are you talking about?
However, that police report or that investigation,
there was no police report made against Molly. What the fuck are you talking? Why do you see what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. It seems like she handles other stories or other situations, whatever, with some sort of, I don't know, aura of responsibility. And this one is like she doesn't even bother. She's throwing out whatever fucking shit she's like, I don't know, told to throw out almost. I'm not saying that's the case, but this cannot be from her own investigation, her own researching. That's what I'm saying. It can't be. Because if it were, then she would not be saying these things, bottom line. Because there was never any police report made against Molly. What the fuck is that? What does that even mean? Sure, the person who made that complaint, that online complaint to Savannah PD, mentioned Molly. But the complaint wasn't that, not even the complaint was made against Molly. So there sure as fuck wasn't any kind of report or investigation or whatever made against Molly. Okay.
That would have led whether something was a fraud. You never heard me verbalize, we have a fraud here with the bus.
Yeah, she never said
so
it.
To me,
but she supported it.
When I see somebody running streams, daily streams about busting a fraud, even though they claim to have had experience. And mind you, I've had, shout out to Menace. I think Menace was in one of my chats a couple months ago, and he said,
well, that's exactly what Nonsense did. Sure, she may not have used the same terminology in which Unirock did, but she definitely pushed the whole idea that the whole thing was a scam, day after day after day, hours upon hours. So
Uni has busted over 300K of fraud raising. And I said, okay, did any of those actually lead to an arrest?
What the fuck?
You busted over 300K. Is there like a police report out there? An article?
No,
federal charges? I mean, 300K, okay, you would think would suffice, would be enough to be
300K, unless the K stands for like kites or something that he's flying in the air, then it's the biggest bunch of bullshit I ever heard. Oh my God. How many people do people actually believe that shit?
In like the news. Do people scam? Oh, absolutely. Right. And I don't want to go regurgitating to this is what I was told. I was told that they had an Excel sheet. Okay. This is, and I'm not misspeaking. This is what Menace had put in my chat one time. Okay. If a YouTuber can bust over 300K of a fraud raiser, you mean to tell, like, I'm having a hard time because even YouTube having an.
Wait, what does that mean, an Excel sheet? What does that mean? Like, did they keep track of what they imagined they busted? I have an Excel sheet of my imagination. Here's your proof. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. Oh my god, this is too funny. Like, you can't write shit this funny. You can't. Oh my god.
An oversight over that content is a little concerned. Like, what are they doing, right? Because you're allowing people to bus and or play police officer online and bus frauds, okay? But yet we have nothing to substantiate that. Am I off here for feeling that way? So that was the criticism that I gave Unirock. He hit the link. Shout out to him. He hit the link. You know, we talked about it because what had happened. I gave that criticism. He hit the link, and I said to him, listen, why is this a fraud? Like, what part? Well, we have substantiated information to call this a fraud, and this is what I've dedicated myself. I said, so is your opinion, or do we have receipts that this is a fraud? And this was very early on, right? And, you know, I don't think he took the criticism very well, especially because if you are questioning Molly Golightly, and she hits the
I
link.
just want to point out how she just said right here that he took the link, they talked about this, and she gave him criticism. And then she said this was very early on. I just want to point that out. So anything that I'm going to pull up of her saying back then will have been after this conversation with Uni, okay? Because this conversation was very early on.
And she cries. Okay. And I completely understand. You know, I get it. Maybe he's not a mean guy. He doesn't know how to question somebody when they're upset, whatever, to each his own, right? But that was the opportunity because prior to Molly hitting the link, you were running streams about this being a fraud raiser. And one of the issues that I had, I said, you know, I don't know where money was allocated. We don't. And it wasn't up to anybody else to try to say we have evidence. Evidence being Nonsense's videos and a couple of streams from other people.
She said something.
That's what you call evidence? When Nonsense was rehashing how they got to the and a couple to say a fraud. Right? I understand. You know, I get it. Maybe he's not a mean guy. He doesn't know how to question somebody when they're upset, whatever, to each his own, right? But that was the opportunity because prior to Molly hitting the link, you were running streams about this being a fraud raiser. And one of the issues that I had, I said, you know, I don't know where money was allocated. We don't.
And
it wasn't up to anybody else to try to say we have evidence. Evidence being Nonsense's videos and a couple of streams from other people. That's what you call evidence?
Thank you for pointing that out for Green. The Nonsense's videos was not evidence of anything. Thank you. I thought I was the only one who fucking saw that. Well, me and a few others here, but you know, thank you. Wow. I that feels liberating. Someone who's like friends with Nonsense seemingly agrees that none of Nonsense's videos were fucking evidence of anything. Thank you.
Nonsense was rehashing how they got to the point of where they got to and the misinformation that was put out there to convey the story, to continue.
What the fuck is what?
Harassment of this family. And the fact that this story, there was no dignity to Marvon McCray. And honestly, there's still...
Okay, will someone tell me what the fuck dignity for Marvon was like? Because whenever I've heard that being spoken, the word dignity in particular, about someone who was in a coma or that close to no longer being alive, dignity usually signified or symbolized dying without, I don't know, just dying without having something cause them to suffer, without dragging it on, without, I don't know, just dying with dignity, whatever. That's what I've always heard. That's how I've always heard it. That's whenever that word has been used regarding someone in a situation like Marvon or similar to Marvon's, dignity always meant letting them die with grace or with okay or whatever. I don't know. So unless they're calling for Marvon to be, you know, let go or whatever, which I'm not, hey, listen, this is not any kind of me taking a stance on anything here. I'm not going to argue any of that shit about the whole, like, whether it's assisted suicide or whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to argue that. I don't even know where I stand on any of that. But I mean, unless someone is arguing for that, using the word dignity, I mean, no one else is using dignity, but Nonsense is really making a point to really hammer home the word dignity. So I'm wondering why the fuck, what does dignity mean here? Is that what it means? What it usually means in this situation? Or is she getting at something else? Because I mean, she's asking for something and I'm not even sure that she even knows what she's asking for because I have no idea what she means. How can she know what she wants if she can't say what she thinks that he should get? I mean, what the fuck does that mean? I think if she really wants to obtain it for Marvon, she should at least tell people what it is she wants to obtain, right? Anyway.
In my opinion, YouTube hasn't done a very good job in YouTubers and really being able to facilitate that. we're just not the place to do that.
It's not
Right?
YouTube's job.
My
What?
opinion. So I gave that feedback. And as you can see, I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to let this shit be. I said, well, but as I'm seeing people pile on to nonsense, I got these trolls over here trying to dox people over this situation. This is my house. This is my house. Okay. So I don't know who you think you are or what you think you're doing. I don't have anything against him or his support or anybody. I've already said I have a lot of respect for Navy, great guy. But then what rubbed me the wrong way, I'll tell you. Okay.
Fuck.
Lysic's victim came to my channel. Okay. She did. I asked her to hit the link multiple times because she was in my chat. Hit the link. Hit the link.
That's
The biggest thing I wanted to tell her.
She still saw her Unirock over that. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. I know that was a loud and high pitched bark. I heard it. Like it made my hair stand up. All right, Poppy's gonna go in the other room. Shit, now where was I? Shit.
While I had hit the link, I asked her.
Oh, that's right. Okay, she's still sore about Unirock over there. Back when the whole Adventures with Purpose scandal hit with the the main owner, leader, whatever, when it came out that he was going to be arrested for assault, the family, no, was it a family member? I think it was a family member or something. It happened years ago or whatever. But the victim was somehow got in touch with Rabbit like the day that this hit the airwaves or whatever. And the victim came on for an interview on Rabbit's channel. Now, I don't blame her for doing it. I mean, I think she did a reasonably okay job. There's only one part that really kind of bothered me, but I digress. But other than that, I think she did a fine job. And I don't blame her one bit for taking that interview. I mean, who wouldn't? So I guess Unirock though went live. I vaguely remember this. He went live and he was really criticizing her, not so much for how she conducted the interview or anything like that. Not like professional criticism, but for criticizing her for even doing the interview to begin with, because this was a victim and the investigation is ongoing. And yada yada. The investigation is not really ongoing. Okay, he's being charged, so it's being taken to trial. Not saying that the investigation's over, per se, but like it's not. They think that they've reached the conclusion of it anyway. So not that there was really much they could do in regard to investigating, because he said, she said from a long time ago. So he criticized her for that, saying that she wasn't like really looking out for victims or some shit like that. She's jeopardizing the case. Yeah. So it sounds like she's still kind of sore about that, which he was wrong. I agree with her. I do think he was wrong, but still.
Link multiple times because she was in my chat. Hit the link. Hit the link. The biggest thing I wanted to tell her, while I had another creator with me, who, by the way, has an impeccable reputation here on YouTube, okay, was to be careful who she talked to, that this was actually a criminal case going on, right? That she needed to be careful and provide her some level of support. It was one thing to have an issue with my talking to her and giving me that criticism. Cool, I could take it. But what I didn't like was you alluding to the fact that I somehow set the victim to be interviewed with this creator. And I didn't even know this. This is the shit that gets to me, and I found out later on. I didn't know you had issues with Ikamel because of Ryan Upchurch. You see, one thing I found out later on was that Unirock had done some Kylie Rodney coverage. Okay, really what it was is that you were big upping Ryan Upchurch. And Ryan Upchurch, for those that don't know, in the true crime community, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know, he fucked up in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
He dragged that family. He doxed. And not only that, accused people of doing shit on YouTube. Accused various creators of some heinous shit without receipts. But honestly, you're the same way too. Because when you put that out there and said that somehow I conspired, and who do we know? And I even reached out to Navy and I said, Navy, I did not get this girl. I didn't set up anybody. I don't expect Navy to answer for you. Okay. So when I see nonsense,
That's right. Yeah, I want to say it. I don't quote me on this. I could be wrong, but I want to say that Unirac was of the belief that this was all set up or staged ahead of time or something, that she was in on it, and someone brought the victim into her chat and they kind of just mapped this all out or something. I'm not positive. I remember hearing something like that, but take it with a grain of salt.
not responding to Navy is because who the fuck are you and how dare you think that that is her job to respond to Navy? She apologized to Navy. She said, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that, I said that I insulted you with this vet bashing word. She said that. But in all reality, what explanation does she owe you? Her beef is with Unirock. And honestly, I don't know how nobody could see, because I honestly think that, and this is just my opinion, that you took advantage of somebody that was not a creator. Okay. Yeah, you promoted her stuff. I promoted her stuff as well. But I never used her content so excessively that every video that I have, and mind you, you guys can do whatever the hell you want, right? Fair use, whatever, whatever, whatever. But what you did is you did use her content and twist her words to add to the narrative of a fraud raiser, which is not what she supported in her content. One of the questions.
What did she just honestly did? Did this chick honestly just say that Becky did not support the calling of what happened here with the fundraisers a fraud raiser? Is that really what she's trying to allude to? This is unbelievable. I feel like I fucking called this almost, because there was a stream that Rabbit did, was it like 1 to 2 months ago? And there was nonsense in the chat. Navy was in the chat, and maybe Nunya was up on panel, or Nunya was there too, either in chat or panel. I think maybe both. I can't quite remember, with 100% accuracy, I will say. But after that stream concluded, after I watched it, I was left with this feeling that they were trying to pass the buck onto one another for who created this whole concept that this was a fraud raiser and that Letitia was a scam artist and yada, yada. It sounded like, because Rabbit was coming right out and saying, no, nonsense didn't start that. Nonsense wasn't about that. No, nonsense never did that. That was Unirock. And it was the both of them. It was the fucking both of them at the same time. It was not one more than the other. It's not one first, one second. It was the fucking both of them. Sure, I think Unirock maybe did the first YouTube content, but only by like a couple of days. I mean, it was the two of them
that I had, because I didn't quite understand it, and I recently found out, is what is a dono girl? I was under the impression that a dono girl was all the donors, and that wasn't the case. Sounds like there were some people in there.
No, you weren't. You did the stream about this fucking, as you called it, report. And Dono Gals, you spoke about it as if you knew exactly who the Dono Gals were. And Unirock even spelled this out on who he was calling Dono Gals. It was the two girls who are known to have donated and asked for a refund. That was Judy and that was Danielle. And maybe Flava somehow got thrown in there along the way. But in the beginning, I don't believe she was a part of that. But not long after, she became known as one of the Dono Gals. But that's all it was. It's not everyone who ever donated. What? I'm sure that there's some males in there who donated, first of all. Are you calling them Dono Gals too? I mean, that doesn't even make sense. Like, why are we trying to rewrite history here?
That weren't donators, that were part of that group. No clue. Had no clue about that. If you couldn't take the feedback that I was giving you by asking you, explain yourself how you're determining that this is a fraud based on what was raised. You couldn't take that feedback. You couldn't allow it to see it. You took it as hate. Okay. And I saw that. And that's when I said, I'm gonna sit this one back, because even though you said what you said and you alluded to what you alluded to with the Jared Lysick thing, I still shouted you out. I never had a problem with this man. I super chatted him and everything. But I think one thing you look for is you look for conflict. I don't know what it is. It's like you say, I want feedback. And every time I've heard you, it's like you think people are against you, even today. And I question it all. When you said something about the accounts, let's talk about these accounts. You said you confirmed unrefutable evidence that there's these accounts that two Tammy and the other lady and these people have. And I'm sitting there and I'm wondering, what accounts are you talking about? How do you know? What receipts did we even see to even say that? I'm so confused. It is really hard to remain impartial in this situation when here I am big upping nonsense on her content, which she did a fabulous job. She worked her ass off. She did. But then here you are months later when you can't take some feedback. First of all, Betty didn't dox her. That's what she said. Betty didn't dox me. You still kept going. In my opinion, it's a dox. Oh, okay, shit. All right. It must be true. The other thing is like you have this in that none of us have with YouTube. Okay, cool. It's called Creator Studio. Let me go message them. We all have it. I'm so confused. I do question everything. I do, including the letter. I sympathize if there was a letter sent and said if, because I don't know between, at this point, it's like Lettergate 2023. Okay. At first, you told Queen today, well, before I went live, I talked to my lawyer, my attorney and my family, my mom, before you went live. But then you went live and you told everybody you had to talk to your attorney. So I'm like, well, who the fuck? Which one is it, yo? So every piece of work that you have done,
Oh, did we pass it already?
you have no credibility. You don't, and that's not being a hater. I'm just being honest. So when you sit here and you talk about fraud raising and exposing it, how are you any different than Bullhorn Betty who heckles outside that door and says you murdered your child when you're over here accusing somebody of frauding everybody? You're doing the same. Same. And this echo chamber that surrounds you, because I saw it. Everybody's very careful to say, it's crazy.
Oh my God, talk about echo. Oh, so okay. So you know what? I want to get to the point here. I don't want to drag this shit on or whatever. So all right, so what timestamp am I at now? 28. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't miss it yet. All right. Anyway, that's us talking pets. All right, so I'm gonna. Well, actually, no, I got the transcript right here. All right, 33 will go to.
Uni Rock can lie. I believe it. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the link if Nonsense or Nunya or any of you guys want to say anything. I'm just letting you know. And this is, I'm not coming from I hate Uni. No, I am concerned. Okay.
Oh, you're concerned.
I'm concerned, and I don't support, and I never have supported any of your fraud busting streams. Never. I'm concerned.
We're gonna hold that thought. I want to pull up another stream right now. So let's see. There's I can't find it right now in the transcript, but her stream from today. There's another point though where she says that she's unaware of Letitia ever having been harassed. She doesn't recall Letitia ever dealing with harassment, anyone ever harassing her or anything like that. So that's the first thing that really pissed me off about her stream, and I'm going to show you why. Here is a stream.
Get out of there.
Shh.
I could use a hand.
All right, wait a second. I'll be right back.
I need a hand.
Okay, I'm back. All right, so do I have it pulled up? Yes, I do. So this stream was on September 30th, 2022. And it's titled Dropping Messages About Letitia Bias. Why isn't Molly Golightly helping Letitia? Now, for those who don't remember, it was either the 29th or the 30th or whatever of September. I think it was the 30th. Nonsense put a post up on Facebook saying, listen, I just don't want anyone to get it confused with the police report that was made or anything, but there's this court date coming up for Letitia, for like December, but it's something completely different. It's not at all the same. It has nothing to do with the investigation or whatever around the donations or whatever. This has to do with a financial company that it looks like she didn't pay her car loan. Like, who the fuck was going to get that confused anyways? Who the fuck was going to hear about it if you hadn't opened up your fucking mouth about it? So let's call a spade here, all right? You didn't do it because you were trying to help Letitia. You didn't want people to get it confused or whatever. No. You wanted people to know about it. You wanted people to look upon Letitia with shame as a result of it. And you wanted people to get it wrong and to start spreading rumors. Let's just be honest here. Anyway, after Nonsense put that post up, people started posting comments, all kinds of horrible shit against Letitia, about Letitia, all kinds of lies and everything. I went through and I read every comment on that post already in a live stream. And yeah, it's some pretty fucking horrible shit. And mind you, again, they're not just talking about some fucking chick on the internet. They're talking about someone who's basically grieving the loss of her fucking child. That's when they decide to hit her with this. That's what's fucked up. So this is them now talking about how Letitia's in there. And Letitia's getting dragged, Letitia's getting beat the fuck up in the comments. Where's Molly? Where's her fucking savior, Molly? See, Molly's a piece of shit because Molly's not showing up for her fucking, rescue or whatever. Meanwhile, we're over here just watching the whole thing happen. We're not saying a fucking word. We're just going to criticize Molly over it instead of jumping into ourselves saying, listen, this shit ain't right. So I don't want to hear her say she didn't know that Letitia was being harassed. I don't want to hear her say that she didn't support this being a fraud raiser or anything, because she fucking did.
Yes, you know what? You sound so far away. It might be my sound. I hear you now.
A day ago, though, from two different people. And
Oh, wow.
they were two accounts that I hadn't seen before. Well, one I have, but
they're right now explaining how they came to know about this information, about this financial company suing Letitia or whatever. Oh my God.
just didn't really look into it any further because at the time I was like, it seems completely unrelated. I don't think anybody's going to screw it up or get this mixed up. So I just put it aside. Well, then I got this other message, the same exact one you got today. And I was like, you know what? Let me see if I can verify this information and making sure it's unrelated, because we know it's already being discussed and it's being put out there to us at this point in time. And I knew she had sent it to you also. So I was like, okay, let's look into it. And of course, we were able to verify that it is real and legit. And the way things have been twisted and turned. So I debated, just like,
I'm curious. If they didn't learn about this themselves, if someone had to tip them off to this information, how did they then verify that this was real and legit? Like how? I'm curious how it is they did that. First of all, not that I don't believe either of them as far as I can fucking throw them. Okay. So them saying, oh, well, we just verified it. That's not good enough for me. It's not. And it shouldn't be good enough for you either. I mean, if the information is too sensitive and you can't see the actual steps being taken, you should at least be able to learn of the steps that were taken. You know what I mean?
like you did, you opted to not touch it. I said, you know what? I'm going to try to get in front of something for once.
In front of it.
And cut it off. So people understand.
I want to know why Molly didn't touch this before anybody else did. That's what pisses me off.
Because Molly's not a fucking cunt like you two, maybe. I don't know. Because Molly knew that, sometimes people just can't fucking pay their bills. And these companies just don't understand that. Why they don't have to. So then they go to court. People get judgments against themselves all the time for financial reasons. It doesn't make them a fucking scammer profiting off of their son's demise. Okay. Most people know this, because I can't think of any, especially single mothers, one that I was myself for quite a while. I can't think of anyone who hasn't had some sort of financial issues at one point in time, who haven't, maybe even they had a car repossessed, I did in my 20s. It happens. most people don't think that that's something that they have to get out ahead of, especially over this.
Because you would think, as somebody as the representative and spokesperson of this woman, why isn't she getting in front of this? That's where my
why did you make her the sole person who's speaking on behalf of this family? Sure, she did the majority of the speaking because that's who the family trusted, but it's not like Molly's like some PR person or whatever employed by the family to speak on their behalf. No. So what the fuck are you why are you putting that on her? Like,
my getting upset.
oh, that's right. I know. I'm sorry. I know. It's because, it gives you a reason to fucking hate her or some shit. I don't know.
About.
No, and it's absolutely valid because, for us to have to go out and try to figure out, okay, this is out here now, we're in the time frame of all of this happening there's been talk of all these suits. They've been claiming that the reports were fake. So my idea, of course, I was just in a goofy mood anyways, but then I was like, let's try to get in front of this. It's not a big deal. And that's what I said in my video. I said it in my post. It seemed unrelated. Well, the more we
you sure related it.
There is more questions that, of course, come up with this. But the most concerning part was her reaction to it. Now, again, I didn't mean for Letitia to get upset about this. In fact, I was trying to do it so nobody twisted this against her.
And the post she made was almost mocking Letitia, but I mean, that's argumentative. Okay, I'll admit that. But there was no reason for her to put that out there. There's no need, call, or anything, or even insinuation that this was going to ever be something to get out ahead of. Anyone in public relations knows that something like this, you're just as good or just as bad not saying anything unless and until someone brings it up to you. Because getting out ahead of it, you're doing yourself just as much damage than if someone else brought it up to you and your attention, like publicly on a public stage or whatever, because of just how ridiculous this is. No one in their right mind would have done what Nonsense did unless her intent was different, and which I am of the argument that it greatly was. But what are you doing?
And she had a very strong reaction to it, and you can see that in the comment section of the
post. Yeah, Letitia had a very strong reaction to the people in the comment section saying what a piece of shit she was, how she was explaining her son, how she wasn't really his mother, she was just an egg donor, how that's just who she is or whatever. She ruined her son's credit, which is bullshit. You name it. And this was after a couple of months already. Since like the since about the end of July. So we're talking about 2 months now. Letitia's been reading this shit said about her all over her social media, probably, and getting DMs of people saying it right to her. So yeah, Letitia probably got to a point where she's like, fuck this shit. I've been quiet. I'm going to strike back or whatever. I don't know what the hell took her so long, to be honest, but she probably had her mind on other things, to be honest. So oh my God. Anyway. Now they're going to hold her clapping back against her as if it proves that she really is a piece of shit or something. Oh my God, dog.
Yeah, she did.
And nobody's there. And here's, you're saying, why didn't Molly get in front of this? Where's her family? Where's her family members to defend her, to come in and talk for her? She's got one person defending her in my comments, and that is a person that runs another group in support of their mission and against Dre. So that's the only person defending her in these comments. But where are all these advocates? Where are all these family members? It's Letitia against everybody.
She made her money, though. That's what this is what I was concerned about. And this is what, when I had my last stream, I said, this woman, man. And that's when I saw the comments in there, I was like, Letitia's a grown woman. She's going to do and say whatever the heck she wants to, right? And her response is to, flip everybody off with the little emoji, which is a response for her. However, she's fighting with everybody there that wants to talk to her about her behavior on the internet, right? And not to say that she owes an explanation to everybody, but everybody wants a piece of her right now. That's the reality of it, right? Like, we all want.
Would you classify that as harassment? I mean, I think I would, right? I mean, I think I would. I mean,
something from her, correct?
Yeah. People feel like they deserve honesty.
Right. And so I'm looking at the comments, and I mean, I don't want to display your page nonsense because, those are your members, and I don't want to, they have their first and their last name. I don't want to put that out here, but they're going in on her. And I was like, yo, where's Molly? Where is Goose? Are we gonna have to start another hashtag? Where's Goose?
And let me be clear on that too. Normally,
I mean, do you get how ridiculous that is? They're up there. Nonsense is hosting the arena in which this is happening in, and they're up there watching this as though they're like the fucking from the Muppets, those moviegoers that sat up on the balcony talking about the fucking show or whatever. That's what they're like right now. But they're talking about the live action ongoing harassment of Letitia Bias on a post on Nonsense's page. And they're criticizing these other people for not being there on Nonsense's page that they're watching happen in real time. Why they're not there, like coming to her rescue. I don't know. Since you guys are there watching it, maybe you guys be the fucking heroes here. Step in and put a stop to that shit. But nah. Because you think Letitia deserves it. You want that to happen. You want to see that happen. Because if you didn't want to see it happen, you would have said so. Oh, wait, that's not the one.
delete posts or block comments or shut them off anytime things start to become a back and forth with Letitia, or in past times, I've just shut it off before it even got to that point. This time I posted it. She reacted. I
want to rewind.
I responded to her and walked away. I came back in 5 minutes and she's going back and forth with people in the comment section. So she was actively choosing to engage with these people, which is not something she's ever done before to this extent. So I'm leaving it up again for full transparency. I did remove a few comments that I thought were excessive. I did ask people to please.
Where am I? Okay, no, we're good. We're good.
You know, refrain from certain things. I didn't even notice the one you mentioned at first and there was a link. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, there was and I don't know if you want to talk about that. Completely up to you.
No, and it's okay. That happens. Like people, you know, and here's the other thing too. Like I've babysat a lot of the comments, and adults have to start taking accountability for their own actions. This is a very public page. It's not a private page. Nothing is, you know, if they're not using an alt, they're out there with their first name and last name for everybody to see. So people just need to do things at their own, you know.
Something I just want to point out that Rabbit does not have the courage to do, or the conviction to do rather, and Nonsense, well, it took her a few months, but she finally did it.
Understanding that there is a risk with this because things have gotten way too far on a lot of things.
I just had a little boy jump on the stream and flip me off. What the hell?
What? Boy, I don't know who you are, but
yo, we're over here live, right? I'm not joking. There was a little boy. I should have screenshot. I didn't know he was going to flip me off. He clicked the link and he flipped me off.
What's up with
Molly?
What's up with these people flipping off? That's what's happening in my comment section too. Everybody's getting flipped off. Like, is this the theme now we're running with?
I don't know. This little boy, he looked like he was 12. Poor little kid. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. Shout out to all the
that's gonna tell you something though, man. A 12-year-old is on the fucking right side of this, and you're not. Like, dude,
misbehaved 12-year-old boys out there. Anyways,
are you calling Rabbit?
I don't know. I looked at him. Who is this? And then he turns the camera. I mean, he showed me his face, and then shows me his middle finger. Happy Friday, man. Happy Friday. That's how it feels. That's adorable. Krusty says it's adorable. But Krusty says here, it's not about the loan, I think. It's about the LB is being attacked, and Molly is nowhere to be found. That's what I'm saying.
right there. Okay, did you hear that? Okay, let me rewind here. She's reading a comment. Okay, Krusty Drawers here, whatever. It's not about the loan. Is it right? I didn't even see that come up though. Oh, whatever, I'll find that later. Okay.
I think it's about the LB is being attacked and Molly is nowhere to be found.
It's about LB, Letitia Bias, is being attacked and Molly is nowhere to be found. And what does Rabbit say in response to that?
What I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what.
So she knows, she admits, she agrees that Letitia Bias is being attacked because that's how Krusty put it. And that's what I'm saying. Where's Molly? So you admit, you know that she's being attacked and you're watching it fucking happen. And your only thought is, oh, well, where's this this other bitch that I fucking hate? Why isn't she coming to this other bitch's rescue? What is it with these bitches? That's your fucking stance, for real. And it's fine. It's fine. You want that to be your stance and you can stand there all fucking day and you have every right. And I don't even care. But don't sit here and try to tell anyone else that you're not standing there because your fucking feet are permanently imprinted there, basically. Don't fucking do it. Just own it, man. Just own your shit.
What I'm saying. What Krusty is saying here. It's like, where's your girl? Wait, where is she?
They actually went to her live too. They actually went over to her live and she was getting text messages about like, hey, this is happening on Facebook to Letitia. She mentions it. it's like a 3-minute clip where she reads the message and she says Letitia is getting attacked, or I can't not paraphrase it.
Somebody just sent it to me. Let me go ahead and share it.
Yeah,
Do
I
you
think
mind?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's where okay, so they play that.
I guess this is, and we're gonna do this under fairy. Let me put my little banner because we don't need these people flagging and tagging and taking us down, anything like that. I tend to use my little banner over here for fair use comment.
Yeah, Molly doesn't really talk much about it in this particular second because she's being told about it, first of all, from someone on her fucking stream or whatever. Why would she? Why? I mean, but they're using this as an example of like, oh, well, looks like Molly's doesn't care anymore or whatever. It looks like Letitia's on her own or whatever. Then could not have been further from the case. And in fact, that was come to be found out, I think, even by them, but still.
Commentary. This is a clip that was sent to me. Here we
Next
go.
one, though.
Hopefully turn on the sound.
Letitia is in nonsense Facebook comments going off, throwing F-bombs. Let me see if that's true. Let me text Letitia. And let me show Goose this too. Goose. Hey, you guys, one of my friends just sent this to me and I wanted to see if somebody was copying Letitia's profile, trying to make her look bad. I know that Letitia never curses.
Or she said Letitia never curses. She's over
Snoop
here throwing the middle finger.
Snoop Dogg has come out with his own breakfast line.
Now,
Pancake, cereal,
they're criticizing Molly.
oatmeal. And
Do we know that's Letitia in the comments?
Criticizing Molly for Molly saying how that doesn't sound like Letitia. Like she never curses because in the comment section, Letitia used the middle finger emoji several times. They're criticizing. What do you mean? She's in there fucking cursing away. Like really? That's everything you just witnessed having happened and being said. That's what you're gonna focus on. It kills me. It fucking kills me.
I want it
There's more.
now.
Improve it, but
I want ice cream.
What the
it's
hell?
familiar. It's familiar text from what I'm saying.
So good you could go. Now give it to me now.
What? Why am I
I
watching
want
this?
the world.
He does come back to it in a few seconds.
The whole world. Valentina called me your monkey.
This woman's
You wanna know
ridiculous. I'm
something?
sorry. I don't like what she got.
She screwed me and House of Williams over for no reason. She gave us presents and stuff like that, and then just turned on us like that. She's not a good
Okay,
person.
there it is.
Oh my God.
All right, so we're gonna end this one here now, and I actually downloaded I downloaded all of these videos, but the other one I'm not gonna go searching for on her live stream page. I'm just gonna pull it up from where I have it. This here, because she keeps saying over and over again in the stream from today how she never supported this being, or she never said it was a fraud raiser. She was Switzerland or whatever throughout all of this, when that could not be further from the truth, in my opinion. I'm going to check the chat, though, before I start playing it. Okay. Hey, Greenworm. Hey, Trio. Hey, Love a Scorpio. Krusty Draws. Yeah. It took me a few times saying it. It's like, wait, what? Hey, Dad. Hi, guy. I think I said hi to you earlier, but I could be wrong. Hi, Country Girl. Country Girl burned out. How are you? I've been watching your stuff lately. I think that's your channel, right? Yeah, no, I know it is. Hey, Julicia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. If I'm not, I apologize. Hey, Rhonda. All right, I'm not seeing my name tag, so that's good. Hey, Julie. I'm guessing that means no one has any questions for me anyways. I'm not gonna. All right. I don't see anything, so go back. Fuck, what did I do? Okay. All right. So this stream, where's my thing? It looks like I didn't put a date on it, but it was not long after the stream that we're covering now. So this was, I want to say, was it on the 23rd? I'll go double check while this is playing, but it was either the end of September or the beginning of October. And it's called Justice for Von McRae, exclusive interview and police report breakdown. No, wait, that's not it. I don't want the interview one. That's right. My bad. So I think is it this one? Marvin McRae and Trey McRae, Savannah PD says it's a temporary. No, wasn't it? I think this one we couldn't find or something. All right, you know what? Never mind. I'm gonna go try and find it on our page right now. It's right around here. Where did I see that? Okay, there's the petty one. Goes up here. Well, no, it was definitely before the article, the death hoax or whatever. Close report. No, okay, here it is. No, wait, this is someone's one. Damn it! It's got to be this one. I don't know. And we're gonna watch anyways. All right.
A difference of opinion, a perspective, period. What do you guys think? Are you guys ready for that? And Aaron, I agree with you on this comment right here. I cannot call this myself, by position, right? I personally do not feel like I can call this a scam. This is me because I'm not the investigative authority to do so.
This is one.
Okay, I'm just not there yet. Even after talking to a donor, I can't do that quite yet. So truly, I'm conflicted sometimes about that, Aaron, seriously, but I would agree with that. I'm not the one to say it. I'm just here telling the story as, say, CNN would, as another reporter, another YouTube channel would, right? I don't consider myself CNN, right? But I like to think that I'm, at some point, I'd like to be a little bit more better than CNN, you know? So I asked in the community tab, I don't know if you guys saw that, I asked a question. And some of you guys surprised me with your response. One of the questions that I asked in the community tab was, have you ever falsified a police report? Has anybody ever falsified a police report here? I mean, I was surprised that somebody did say yes, but then I saw the comment that they said as to why they falsified it. And I guess I'm not trying to justify that whatsoever. But I completely understand a little bit as to why they would have. So a lot of people said no, they never falsified a police report, ever. Every police report that you have filed with 100% intent to not have it be falsified. Now check out.
How many fucking police reports does she think people make? I mean, what is? I'm kind of. I don't know. It's totally irrelevant. Granted, but the first time I heard her say that, I remember thinking, well, what do you consider falsifying? Like just making up the entire event, and then reporting it, or just retelling or reshaping a part of the event for some other reason other than the intent of making charges stick or something. You know what I mean? Like maybe you contributed to the situation, but you don't want the police to know about it. So you're kind of leaving that part out or something like that, you know? It doesn't matter regardless. I just thought that there was a very strange thing to say. Like every one of you, all your police reports have all been completely honest. Like how many fucking reports do you think people go around making? I mean, most people don't, I think, really need much of a reason to file a report. And it's, I don't know. It just sounded so stupid to me.
The community, what is it? The poll that we have right now. Okay. And see what those numbers look like. If I have a mod here, that would be awesome. Bella, can I mod you up? Are you okay with that? Because I know you're like a #1 supporter of this channel. Can I mod you up before I start with this interview that I have? Is that okay? Just drop a rabbit on the chat if you're okay with that. Let me know what your thoughts are. Can I mod you up, please? All right. So we're going to get started with this interview. Open your eyes, open your minds to the situation. Cool. Thank you, Bella. I'm modding you up. We have our new mod, Bella. All right. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you vote. Go check.
In front of thousands of people. They were in the comments saying they were trying to find my doctor. They got my phone number.
They were trying to find your doctor? Hold up.
Okay, wait a minute. I want to. So she's interviewing Danielle, right? I mean, has that been like established? Has that been admitted to? Whatever. Because I mean, the only two people in the report, in the complaint, really, but we'll call it the report just for argument's sake here. The only two people listed in it as being those slighted or whatever were Danielle, the person who made the report, and then there was an update to the report stating that someone called from Arizona saying that their husband was victim of a scam and that Letitia Bias was the person who did it or whatever, and that she was this person's husband's mother. So basically, the way it's typed up in this complaint, it's giving every bit of info one would need to conclude that the person calling was Dre without ever stating that they themselves are Dre. You know what I mean? So it's almost like this call went through knowing it and was typed up to lead everyone else to that conclusion rather than they themselves declaring it on a governmental form or something. You know what I mean? That's what it looked like to me anyway. So if this was an interview with a quote unquote donor, that is either with Danielle or with Dre, and I think we all know what Dre's voice sounds like, and that this ain't Dre. So leads me to conclude that it's Danielle, right? I mean, am I wrong here?
Yeah.
They were trying. Okay, can you say why they're trying to find your doctor?
They were pretty much just telling, saying in the comments that I was a horrible person and I didn't deserve my child, and to find my doctor to report me.
Danielle, you're pregnant, right?
Yes.
What?
Oh,
So
yeah.
you're pregnant,
Danielle.
and
Okay.
I saw the message that you received from like a spoof number.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit what word was used to describe your child in that message?
So I'm looking at the chat here. Blue apple pie brings up a very, very good point. They say, look, Danielle was sending super chats to Justin right up to donating and asked for a refund 5 hours later. And it's true. That is true. I mean, and she wasn't just giving like little donations to Justin. They were pretty big. I mean, it was like $100 or something like that. And it was all in one stream. Like I want to say there's a $50 one, or no, there's a $99 one maybe. And then there were like two $20 ones or some shit like that maybe. Or it was a $50 one and then there were like two $20 ones. One or the other. But yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. And it was, what else is funny though too is that Danielle has been a member, or was a member of that Marvin or that group on Facebook that was exposing the scam or whatever in the Marvin McRae story, and exposing Big Juicy is what it was. Which really, let's call a spade a spade. The group was in exposing Molly Golightly group. That's what it was, and they were exploiting, even if you will, the entire Marvin McRae situation to do that. And this was a group that was started on August 6th, and Danielle had been a member, and an admin of the group since practically day one, if not since day one. She and Flava. I don't know which one started the group. I'm not sure which one started it, but yeah. Nanya was a mod too for a very, very short while. But yeah. Oh yeah, and Nonsense was a member of the group. Oh, and so was Rabbit here. They were posting in it and commenting in the group and everything. Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It was a very offensive racial word.
Okay,
it
I
means
Don't say it,
offensive.
but just by saying, I'm
I
so
think
sorry
about
as
the
well.
report.
On Okay.
Whenever the refund was declined, it wouldn't let me resubmit a refund request since she had declined it. So it was just a regular request for the money for the other two, but they were expired. And I even brought that to her attention and let her know that they were expired. And I asked.
And for those who want to sit there and fall on the side of where, well, Letitia said she would refund, so I mean she's obligated to refund. No, that's a bunch of bullshit, first of all. And second of all, what's really bullshit is Danielle, because according to her story, she gave the donation, and then not long after that, she was watching Molly Golightly stream, where Molly then sent Letitia, like PayPal Letitia, whatever, like $100 or some shit like that, and said, I want you to go take this money, go get yourself a steak dinner, get your nails done, whatever, yada yada. Well, Danielle got fucking pissed off about that. Like, I sent her money for an attorney, and Molly's sending her money for fucking nails. I want my money back. Like, basically, it's what how she was whining. But the thing is, though, was Danielle's attached a little note to her donation. The little note said, I'm so sorry that Katie scammed you or tried or asked for a refund or whatever. I'm so sorry Katie did you wrong or whatever. Here's to make up, that's why she was sending the refund, or that's why she was donating, giving the money to Letitia through Cash App, mind you, not even through the fundraising campaign, but through Cash App. So she sent the money through Cash App, not GoFundMe. There was no campaign attached to Cash App. I mean, there was nothing written out or whatever stated like, this is why I want the money, or this is why I'm asking for the money or whatever. And then when she sent the money, she said that she was sending the money because she felt bad or whatever, was bothered by how wrong Katie did her. She didn't send the money saying, here's for an attorney. Here's for you to get this. I hope this helps you obtain this or whatever. No. So, but now Danielle has been all over the internet saying, I was taken advantage of. I was scammed or whatever. She felt like she was scammed because somebody else wanted Letitia to get her nails done. That's how little of shit people are fucking standing on all of this. It's crazy.
If she had still planned on refunding me, and she said yes.
So what? Okay, let's back up a little bit, right? So you're asking for a refund, you're not getting it. What step did you take next after?
I contacted my bank for to do a dispute.
Mind you, though, don't forget how Rabbit never supported or believed that this was a scam or anything. Can't you tell how middle of the road she is? Can't you tell how she believes it's possible it was a scam just as much as it's possible that it wasn't a scam? Can't you tell that? Can't you? I'm being sarcastic or facetious, whatever.
You for the donated money, my bank accepted the initial dispute report, just told me that I needed to have an updated police report with it, since I did feel like it was a scam.
What was that?
So I was able to send that in today as
Oh shoot, I can't rewind like that. Can I?
well. Or yesterday was declined. It wouldn't let me resubmit a refund request since she had declined it. So it was just a regular request for the money for the other two, but they were expired. And I even brought that to her attention and let her know that they were expired. And I asked if she had still planned on refunding me, and she said yes.
So what? Okay, let's back up a little bit, right? So you're asking for a refund, you're not getting it. What step did you take next after?
I contacted my bank for to do a dispute. for the donated money. My bank accepted the initial dispute report, just told me that I needed to have an updated police report with it since I did feel like it was a scam. So
What?
the initial dispute report just told me that I needed to have an updated police report with it since I did feel like it was a scam. So I was able to send that in today as well.
An updated police report. What does that mean? Updated police report. Like, I mean, it sounded like the bank was aware of a police report, but said that you needed updated or something. I mean, why would they say updated police report? Why didn't they just say you need to send us a police report? Like, if you called the bank with there being no existence of a police report at that time, why would they then ask for an updated police report? It may be semantics here or whatever. All right, fine, but it caught my attention.
Or yesterday, I sent the police report in with my dispute.
You sent the police report of your dispute to the bank, correct?
Yes.
And so by disputing it, you're able to have, like, is it called like a provisional?
Yes. Yeah. Just a provisional amount while they investigate it and make sure that everything is, I guess, legal to give me my funds back.
I mean, is this the route that you intended to go to? Let me
Definitely
go back a little
not.
bit. Let me go back a little bit. What made you ask for a refund? Like, what was the what broke the camel's back at this point when you asked for a refund?
Well, during the live, whenever Letitia had said that she needed the money as soon as possible to go to Arizona, that's whenever I had donated. Shortly after, I mean, it took me from the time that I exited YouTube and went to Cash App and paid and came back into the YouTube live maybe 5 minutes later. And Molly had told Letitia that she was receiving large donations and she should go after the visit and get massages and pedicures with her husband. And I felt like that was not what I donated for. I didn't think that it would be used for its intended purposes. So then I asked in the live chat if I could, request a refund.
Whoa.
And Molly told me.
Is she saying that she donated the money and then she asked for it back like an hour? Like she said, not even the amount of time it took her to close the Cash App or whatever and came back or some shit like that. Is that what I heard right? I missed that the first time. I'm just curious. Not that it really matters now, but still kind of curious.
To Cash App and paid and came back into the YouTube live maybe 5 minutes later. Needed the money as soon as possible to go to Arizona. That's whenever I had donated. Shortly after, I mean, it took me from the time that I exited YouTube and went to Cash App and paid and came back into the YouTube live maybe 5 minutes later. And Molly had told Letitia.
So she's saying 5 minutes after she sent the donation, she heard Molly tell Letitia to go get her nails done or whatever. And it took her 5 minutes for her to regret the donation and wanted it back. Well, I'm not going to pull it up right now, but I'm pretty sure that she did not donate and ask for a refund on the same fucking day or even within like 1 day apart,
That she was receiving large donations and she should go after the visit and get massages and pedicures with her husband. And I felt like that was not what I donated for. I didn't think that it would be used for its intended purposes. So then I asked in the live chat if I could, request a refund.
What intended purposes? This was you donated through the Cash App, not even through the GoFundMe campaign or whatever, through the Cash App. And your note attached to it was that you felt sorry that for what Katie did. So what was the intended purpose exactly? But whatever, I digress.
And Molly told me just to request it and it would be done. So I did.
You still kept communicating with Letitia even after you had been doxxed by Molly. Is that correct?
Yes, I did.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
I did speak with Letitia. At that point, she still had not read my messages, but I had seen her on a couple of YouTube channels commenting that everyone had received a refund, and I kind of just made a comment like, "You're missing me. Like I'm still here, no refund." She then told me that her lawyer would be in touch with me on a YouTube comment, which.
Okay, no, it looks like she did. Doesn't give it. Oh no, it does give it time. No, wait a minute. So scam reported on the 24th and donation. No, wait, donate a refund requested on the 24th. Donation was also on the 24th. Wait a minute. It says, okay, now these are screenshots from Danielle's phone, okay? Because you'll see a different date between the screenshots taken from Danielle's phone and Letitia's phone because one lives on the West Coast, one lives on the East Coast, and Danielle donated like shortly before midnight her time. So it would have still, if she asked for a refund like an hour later, it would have then been the next day for Danielle, but it would have been still the same day for Letitia for like another 2 hours or something. But so it says here, From Molly's Live, so sorry Katie did that to you. July 24th, 11:20 p.m. And then scam reported, but it's still showing July 24th, 11:20 p.m. It's not showing when the scam was reported. I don't get that. I don't really understand these apps though too much, so this could be just my not knowing better.
I don't think there's any way possible that could happen since she had nothing but my Facebook account and YouTube account. But the next day there was still comments being made, and at that point Letitia agreed to message me, and that's where it went from there.
Okay. And I'm going to be doing a breakdown of all those receipts that you provided me. You basically put all these receipts and put them in the police report, correct?
Yes, I did.
Tell me about the day that you decided to file the police report. Like, what was it that you were just like, I have to go this way? We're going to the bank, and the bank advised you, or what did you do first? I guess you said you disputed the bank, correct?
Yes, I did dispute with the bank, but the bank did not request a police report copy until maybe about a week and a half ago. Whenever I went to the police about it, it was kind of just I was fed up in a sense of the lies happening. I felt like I had strained all of the possible communication that I could have with Letitia or Molly. I did speak with Molly on Facebook as well, and she blocked me.
So you spoke with Molly and she blocked you as well?
Yes, Molly blocked me as well.
Okay.
I don't know if she was under any influence, but she was just saying messages that made absolutely no sense at 3 a.m, and I was shortly blocked after. But
do you have those messages?
I do, yes. I can send
Are
them.
you able to send those to me?
Yeah.
Thank you. I am one of the donors that sent 500. I'm sure you already know that though. I'm going to stop right here. I want to tell you guys something. Devious is not a troll. Sorry, you got Baby Bunny here. And I have to redirect you guys a little bit. Devious is not a troll. She has said very bluntly, I support Molly and I support Justin. Anybody in here that supports Molly and Justin, I completely understand. You're welcome to my chat. That's not what we're not going to go back and forth and tit for tat over that. I think it's very important that we hear a difference of opinion. And this is why I don't just block people, whereas everyone else that has gone to the other chats have been blocked, right? And we're not going to do that here whatsoever. So Devious, you are more than welcome to be here as long as everybody's respectful with each other. Okay, so thank you. Let's continue, guys. I was unaware of my donation was going towards dinners and spa days. It seems now that even when people want proof of where all of this money is going, everyone is quiet. Letitia said,
Oh, okay.
Letitia has said a few times she would be going.
Wait a minute. I think I found it. Come on, unmute. Okay. Yay. Sounds like the dog destroyed her squeaky toy. Yay, no more squeaky toy right now. Okay. I found my folder regarding this called Danny Donates. So I just want to check something because I don't recall her asking for a refund like the next 5 minutes or something. Though I could be wrong. Although I don't even know why I'm bothering looking at this now. It's not going to matter. It really doesn't matter now. But other than I just like to know if I'm right or not. This is today. Why would it not have a different date? Oh, there was refund declined on July 24th. Oh no. See, I don't understand this. See, and even these screenshots look different than. Anyway, I don't know. So if you're listening, Beta, I think I'm just gonna send all this shit your way because you're better at dealing with this shit than I am. Anyway, back to this.
Live to explain the breakdown of funds and answer any questions, but hasn't yet. I knew I wasn't getting my money back, but karma is very real, and to deceive someone on such tragic story is wrong. But I know each one of us will stop believing the bullshit.
All right, I think I'm gonna step off of this for now. I think if I'm going to continue making my point of this, I should probably make a better presentation. However, I think I very effectively got my point across that she has not been neutral on all of this. No, if to my recollection, she has never come out and specifically and clearly accused Letitia or Molly no, she's accused Molly, but she's not accused Letitia of scamming or frauding people out of money. That's true. But her actions have absolutely showed exactly whose side she's on, exactly what narrative she supports, and more importantly, the people she absolutely does not support, and that is Letitia. So, and Molly and whatever. But now let's move on to nonsense stream today. History. I thought I had it open though. No, okay. All right, so nonsense stream. Oh, it's after midnight. No wonder why they said yesterday. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, like I said, this is a stream from today. It looks like she might have done 2 streams though today. I haven't even looked at the second one. But this one, it wasn't too long. And I just want to play a couple things from it. So buckle up, moo buckaroo. Fucking whatever. It's so dumb. It's from 10 hours ago. So yeah. I'm just going to start a few minutes into it because whatever.
Summer butterfly, let's be honest. This is a lot on everybody.
Oh, whoa. What happened there? Shit. Oh, look at that. Look who bought look who gifted memberships. Katie Sock. Yeah. How nice of her.
Tiger Talks. Smiles. Lisa. So a lot of you guys are all over the place today.
What are you doing?
Let's be honest. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome to the Cabana for those of you that were just gifted memberships. Thank you again. Welcome to the Kathy P, Brianna.
Oh my God.
See a person one way at first and you're like, oh, okay, no problem. Because human nature is to kind of let people show you who they are. We try to not prejudge. Even if we see maybe small flaws, you're like, oh, well, that's just not my style of things or anything like that. And you're kind of like, well, it's okay. Maybe there's some difficulties here, underlying issues. And you just kind of are like, okay, keep it cute. And then you get kicked in that face and you're like, eyes are wide open and you can't shut them and you can't unsee and you can't take that kick that broke your nose away. Now, these are hypotheticals. Again, nobody broke my nose. Nobody kicked me in the face, anything like that. That's what this situation is like for me.
See,
and let me explain why.
She does that though. Like she clarifies how no one actually did anything physical to me. I'm not hurt or whatever. No one hurt me or whatever. But they just kicked me in the face. You know what I mean? It's like you're purposely trying to frame it that way to give people that impression, but without having to take the responsibility of having lied.
So first and foremost, there was this assumed relationship with UniRock in my channel. That assumed relationship was developed over multiple things. That was because I would pop in his lives. He gave me a wrench after, I don't even know who met UniRock to be first and foremost. I found out about UniRock through the Dono Girls. And that was after the fact, quite a ways after. And I never realized what his content was even about. I didn't know who he was. I didn't have time for any of that. So I would go over there, pop in occasionally, say hi, and out I would go.
Oh, right.
I was close to 1,000 when he started promoting my page.
I'm going to call bullshit on that because her page had been sharing shit from UniRock for quite a while. And yeah, well, her page had been sharing shit from UniRock for quite a while.
And his subs helped me get to my 1,000. I've always said that. The only contact that I've ever had with Uni was a simple reach out to him on Twitter and thank him. That was it. That was all. That was the only conversation I've ever had with that man, except one other time when I hopped up on his panel. But there was an assumed relationship because I would pop in his and he was constantly using or regurgitating my content. Again, we have talked about the fact that the content, the monetization of my content, that is not a non-factor. Those are topics of things that were brought out to get me to open my eyes. those were conversations that we've already had publicly. It's not about him monetizing my content. That's what creators do. The money piece of it, none of that. But that is what was used for me to finally get kicked in the face time and time and time.
You know what I mean?
That was just one of the pieces. Again, it has nothing to do with it. We all do that. But there was this assumed relationship because people would come over here. I had contact with Navy and I think a couple other of his mods.
There was just an assumed relationship because we all acted like we were in a relationship with each other and we're friends and we all did friendly shit and we all supported each other. I don't know why people just assumed that we did that.
I was actually asked to give Uni Rach a mod. I would have never given her a wrench I would have never even thought about it, which was no big deal. So I gave her one.
If it was no big deal, then why are you bitching about why are you even bringing it up now? Because you make yourself sound incredibly fucking weak, like very, very easy to manipulate and maneuver however anyone would want. Like you don't have a backbone or that, and or the channel just really, you don't give a shit about it. What are you doing?
I gave Navy one willingly. But I never developed a relationship with these guys. I never had a personal relationship with Navy, a personal conversation with Navy. Now I did allow Navy to know how I was handling certain situations behind the scenes. So he does know some.
I never talked to Uni or to Navy on a personal level. We weren't personally friends, or I never talked to him personally. Although I did tell him exactly how these personal things about me and why I was feeling the way I was like. Do they not fucking hear themselves? Like they're lying. But they don't realize that they're lying, but they tell them themselves like in the next fucking sentence.
Those things. But beyond that, there was no relationship between us. And I think people were really misinformed, or they assumed that because of the use of content, the keeping it cute. Y'all, I barely have watched him up until the last month. I had really no clue what his content was. I just didn't have time. It's not humanly possible for me to do my own content.
So what you're saying is you don't have time to research any of the people that you are directly connected with. You don't really have any time to research any of the claims being made either against Unirock yourself or regarding Letitia, because you just didn't have time to really even fucking look into the person who you were aligning with, let alone the person who you were attacking. And that's fine. You don't have to. You don't have a responsibility to, in my opinion. You just don't. But stop trying to present yourself as someone who has integrity, who has the sense of responsibility, who is in fear of being negligible, because your actions show something completely different than what you claim.
Do all the research that goes into this stuff and have my family. There's just no way. That is my fault. I'm sorry, because I feel like I misled you guys too.
She just admitted, oh my God, I gotta turn my camera on for this because this is unbelievable. She just admitted to not having the time or whatever to research these claims that she's made because she's got a family. Stop it. Would you stop? What are you doing? Are you fighting with yourself? Stop it. She just said that she doesn't have the time to look into shit that she's reporting on or stating or talking about because she has her family. But yeah, she just spent months trying to hammer home this belief that Letitia is some scam artist and that this has been all one big fraud. But she then just admits that she doesn't have time to research anything because of her family. I mean, I really fucking hope that anyone who bought any of her bullshit against Letitia is hearing this and fucking hearing this. What did I just do? Oops. Okay.
Keeping it cute by not opening my eyes sooner. I feel like I misled a lot of you, and that's not fair because I didn't intentionally mislead you. When the donkey kicked me in the face, the donkey had been standing right in front of me for quite a while and kicking me in the shins, the arms, other places that didn't hurt. The other day when I watched...
Why is she using all these graphic, violent, like, metaphors? Like, that is so strange to me. Like, maybe one time or something, fine, but she's sticking with this like it's a fucking theme.
The content of Uni playing me, well, it wasn't even me. He was just adding all sorts of fluff to it. That hit me in a different way. And let me explain it like this. I have kept it cool on so many things. Well, no, I've lost my cool a couple times.
Okay.
But when you have
Gotcha.
people such as Penelope, who doxed me, EKC, who is
I'll rewind that in a second. Wait a minute. Stop it. Okay. I got puppy. I got puppy. Yeah. Oh my gosh, she's so hard to pick up. Stop it. You're tickling me. Say hi. Say hi. Hi, Clever. What you doing? Okay, I'll let you down. Thank you. Ah. Holy shit, she's heavy.
A complete random weirdo. I don't know what you would even call her.
Oh, wait,
Vanna,
that was about me.
Dogstream, EKC, who is a complete. I've kept it cool on so many things. Well, no, I've lost my cool a couple times. But when you have people such as Penelope, who Dogstream, EKC, who is a complete random weirdo, I don't know what you would even call her, Vanna,
They might be a little valid. All right.
Goose, Molly's team of, those people. So that would be Goose. Erica, when you have a bunch of people who have single white female syndrome, in my opinion, that are focused solely on you, me, oh, let's be specific here.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. So then we're not caters anymore? We're not the extreme caters? Because if we're just solely focused on nonsense, well, then we can't be focused on Katie, right? Because that solely means one, right?
You are trying to weed through those. You don't have time to see all this other stuff. Now, granted, I've ignored most of those people except the one that doxed me and threatened my nieces. I have been very open and upfront with the situation with my nieces to an extent that I'm comfortable with. I will
see. I think right there, I think the person she's accusing or blaming of doxing her or whatever is either Erica or Penelope. I think it might be Erica. I'm not sure though. I don't really care though either.
Always say that was the biggest mistake by me telling you guys that that's what happened. I should have never announced it. I should have never given them that, because as soon as I announced it, it was so exciting for everybody else. It was exciting for everybody else. Go watch those videos because they gave them content. I handled it cute, cool, calm and collected. But meanwhile, my little ones who have been.
So then why are you talking about it now? Like, I feel like if you're talking about this in a sense of you learning a lesson, you obviously haven't learned the lesson because you're repeating the same mistake.
Through complete hell and back more than a lot of these adults have the fear, because to them, after all these times, they had been removed by CPS, not from me, 3 times. So there's a different level of trauma that even a slight phone call, granted, we had nothing to worry about because I keep my shit all in line. But that trauma for them reigniting is exactly why they did it. Because that's the games these people play. Now, again, she
was so concerned about the trauma she was seeing reignited on her niece's face that she stayed right on YouTube talking about it this entire time, right?
Opted to come out here. I opted to call it the people I did, knowing that there could be repercussions of that. You can call that a repercussion of calling out these people. Even though we knew it was going to happen, it will never be okay. My girls are okay because I made sure.
How did you know it was going to happen?
Instead of making it into content and continuing to go on and on and on.
I mean, I can get like expecting it to happen or whatever, but she's just like, she was adamant that it was going to happen. She was convinced or whatever, and if that's the case, then you did not foresee the trauma that this could have caused your nieces. And after seeing that trauma that it caused your nieces, you are continuing to do it. I mean, don't get me wrong. She has every right to. I don't think she's doing anything wrong. I really don't. I fully support what she's doing by staying up. And even after having CPS called, if she wants to be here, she should be here. I get that. I support that. But don't sit here and present yourself as some like victim here, because you're not. And in fact, you know what's going to happen, and you're still committing the same actions, knowing what's going to happen. It's just, I feel like you kind of lose. You don't lose a right to sympathy or whatever. Sure, you have anyone, whatever, but you really shouldn't expect it, I think.
On about all of it and explain how horrible it got to them, because why am I any of that stuff? It's not content. This is my real life. That's why that
What the fuck was that? Is she kidding? Oh my God. It's not content. It's her real life that she's talking about as though it's content, that she's talking about in lieu of content, that she's talking about on her YouTube channel that provides content, right?
was emotional for me. I've never watched him do that. I heard about it. I saw clips of certain pieces of it. I didn't see nearly what had happened. So when I watched that the other day, the level of rage inside me, a man, not one, two, being so careless, laughing, giggling, putting direct blame on somebody, intensifying the situation. Meanwhile, do you think they reached out to me and checked on me to see if I was okay? He laughed and then instantly went to, how much nonsense? You need money? You need money for this? That what you need nonsense? You need money? How much you need? 20K? 20K nonsense? You want to go to Disneyland? Take the girls to Disneyland. Sue the shit out of them.
Oh, I was gonna say, what, is she pissed off because what, Unirac didn't give her 20 grand and just asked if she needed it? I mean, what I don't get is this, I'm gonna call bullshit to all of this right here and now, because from the very moment she teamed up with Unirac, from the very first live chat she was in, from the very first collaboration they displayed, I guarantee that, sure, she had a lot of people who she deemed as haters or whatever, or caters, whatever, in her DM saying, dude, look, sure, I don't like you, but you might want to think twice about this because this is fucking Unirock. Sure. But I guarantee you, she also had supporters of hers in her inbox saying, dude, what are you doing? This is fucking Unirock. Everyone knows what Unirock is like. She was warned. She was shown and told about probably a dozen or more examples supporting the fact that Unirock's kind of a shit person, at least on social media. And she ignored it. And she didn't just ignore it, though. She fought back against it. Like, if you dared to tell her she was wrong in this decision, or that you thought she was wrong, and to provide her anything, yeah, you became like blocked or enemy number one or whatever. So I'm sorry. I'm not even sure what the fuck Unirock did to turn on her. Like, what are they so pissed off about exactly? What the fuck did he do? Which I don't doubt he did something. Don't get me wrong. Okay. It's how things go. I mean, hell, even I called this regarding the rest of this other community, this other drama community that kind of we all clashed with. I specifically remember several times saying, everyone, all of you's up in panel, agreeing and working with and going along with the shit the Unirock's saying, just know that it's not a matter of that, if he may come for you next. It's a matter of when, because that's what he does. It's Unirock. So how did this rift between these two even start exactly? I mean, I'm not even sure I remember.
Well, all I could think is,
I don't
oh my
remember.
fuck. The poor kids, as soon as they see these people, the trauma that's going to ensue, like, I hope they realize this is no big deal. That's all I could think.
You knew all this, though. I mean, there isn't some bit of new information that came out that is now like telling you that Unirock was involved in this. Okay. To my knowledge, nothing like that has come out or happened or whatever. So everything she's saying, she's known since the day CPS was allegedly called. She knew that Unirock and Navy and whatever said it, take your kids to Disneyland. What do you need? 20 grand, whatever. She knew that Unirock took this CPS call and ran with it as something to try to like fucking pin on Molly. She knew that then. She's known all of this then. Why now is this an issue? And let me tell you, this is what I find to be one of the most disgusting and egregious things here from her, because you knew all this back then, but you said nothing. You spoke nothing of the trauma on your niece's faces. You made no regard to any of this, nothing. But now that it suits you, now that it fucking suits you, you're all about it.
I have kept my emotions in check on so many things that I should have fucking lost it. I'm forced myself to be numb through a lot of these situations because these people are fucking a different breed of humanity. One that I want nothing to do with. This has nothing to do with LB or an email. LB is a misinformation crony, and the only reason why L is relevant over here is because she's a misinformation crony. And, you know, she has done a lot of damage in Marvan's story, passed off a lot of misinformation. That's it.
So have you. In fact, your shit's still up there on Facebook. You've said and done the same exact shit that LB has done, that I've done, that I've said, that everyone else has basically said. It's the same. You've said and done the same shit that Katie's done pretty much. I think maybe she did a little bit more than you, but you guys all said the same shit. So yeah, your shit's still up there. You haven't taken down a fucking thing. Like, it took you forever. It took you up until like a month ago to finally stop putting Marvan McRae and shit in your fucking tags here on your content. Wait, is that still out, or did you put any of them back in? Let's see here. Point victims. Oh, okay, very good. I'm impressed. You left that tag out. Okay. Still took you like what, till February of 2023 to finally stop doing it? Long after you were monetized, mind you.
I don't care about emails between her and Katie and all of those people. I started there because it's a pattern of behavior.
If you don't care, then why the fuck are you been streaming about it? Wait. What did she say there?
And emails between her and Katie and all of those people. I started there because it's a pattern of behavior and flip-flop.
Well, Rabbit might disagree with you because sure, even though it's a quote unquote allegedly a pattern of behavior, it's old news. It's not recent. So just want to point that out that, you know, she might disagree with that.
And changing stories over all emotional responses because that group of people has such a hatred and dislike of each other that still comes into play today.
Of each other.
And in order to understand why any of them got involved in Marvan's story, I had to go all the way back to look because shit don't make sense.
What was it back in Unirock streams from 2019 that clued you in as to why anyone paid attention to Marvan McRae's situation in July of 2022? What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my God, just admit it. Admit it. You did it because you were fucking mad. You were mad at Unirock. That's the only reason why you did it. No one's going to care. Like, your supporters will probably still sit there and be like, oh, hey, yay, good reason. You know, no one cares. And maybe it is a good reason. What the fuck do I know? Just own it, man.
But what you see is there's so much manipulation, misinformation, clickbait, and lies, and finger pointing, and zero accountability taking. I have no intent of looking into these emails. I don't give two shits about any of them. Not a single one of them. This is an olive branch. This is me taking the gasoline and pouring it on that bridge. I will not have no interest in entertaining any conversations with any of these people. That ship has sailed. I will not apologize for being emotional. I've apologized for things that I never should have. I've kept it cute because I was so worried about this.
Wait a minute.
I was so worried about you guys feeling like you would have to.
Where am I leaving off at? 21:27. Let me go back here a couple of minutes.
Email. LB is a misinformation crony, and the only reason why L is relevant over here is because he laughed and then instantly went to how much non.
Okay, good. The transcript's there. God damn it. Kept my emotions in check. I will not apologize for being too emotional. All right, we're going to start there. We're going to re-listen to that.
I have kept my emotions in check on so many things that I should have fucking lost it. I'm forced myself to be numb through a lot of these situations because these people are fucking a different breed of humanity. One that I want nothing to do with. This has nothing to do with LB or an email. LB is a misinformation crony, and the only reason why L is response to I still that's involved in manipulation, zero accountability taking. I have no intent of looking into these emails. I don't give two shits about any of them. Not a single one of them. This is an olive branch. This is me taking the gasoline and pouring it on that bridge. I will not have no interest in entertaining any conversations with any of these people. That ship
I will not have no interest in what? So you will have an interest.
has sailed. I will not apologize for being emotional. I've apologized for things that I never should have.
So if you've been numb, are you not coming from a place of emotion, or are you apologizing for being too emotional? See, it's amazing how they fucking just, in one sentence almost, like, that. Well, okay, that might have been a 2 or 3 sentence, maybe 4. But like, it was literally like the next fucking minute.
Kept it cute because I was so worried about the subs. I was so worried about you guys feeling like you would have to choose. This isn't a personal issue.
So we're supposed to believe that she got all emotional and shit because she was so worried that the subscribers would feel like they would have to choose. What? Oh my God, stop. Just stop it.
I had emotions about that one situation, and I'm entitled to. But what we're not going to do is overlook a pattern of behavior that is existing today. We're not going to give passes. You're not going to play games in front of my face. And you sure as fuck are not going to monetize content about my CPS call and my docs. And then the very day I criticize you for...
I bet he monetized that. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Sorry. Hell, I wonder if you monetized yours, honestly. But I don't give a shit. Go ahead. You should. As far as I'm concerned, if it's content, you're putting your time, your emotion, and everything into it, and you can, fucking monetize it. That's how I feel about it. You know, I mean, if you even want to have a YouTube channel just for the sake of monetizing and making income, sure, I support that. I think you might find difficulty in it because if your heart's not in, if you're not enjoying it, then I think you're just going to have a hard time doing anything if that's the case, you know. But that's it. I mean, whatever.
Your fucking behavior. This is about you, Uni. Only you. Your behavior. Nobody else's. This isn't about Navy. I will not be responding to any of those people. You can have them come at me like chihuahuas like they have been for 10 months. It ain't gonna work. This is about you.
you know that was intended. The chihuahua comment. Like, you know it was. You know that there was a dig. Oh my God, that's so funny. Oh my God, that's funny.
And your behavior only. This is about taking accountability and understanding that you are hurting other people beyond just creators. It would be one thing if you were just calling out the bad actors and fucking around, but you're not. You're teetering on the edge and you're fucking with victims and their families too. People's safety will never, ever trump content.
What?
For him. It's always going to be content first. Because that's also a...
Okay, lady. If Unirock's content has been threatening people's safety within shit, you've been fucking thrown right into the ring of fire as far as I'm concerned, because you've gone farther than he has. You've been doing this longer than him and more than often than him, I think. He's probably not far behind you though, but if he's guilty of that, of not making, of causing people to be unsafe, then lady, you are just as culpable, if not more. You're not, your hands are not clean here. And the more you point the finger at him, it is not going to magically clean up your hands. You're an idiot.
Pattern of behavior. These people, these 2 men that sat and talked about and made it seem like they were so
But she's not coming for Navy, y'all.
supportive of me, that it would be cute, take your family on a vacation, you know, all these things. They're so supportive of what's happening.
Wait a minute.
The very day after I criticized...
When she says 2 men, she is talking about Navy, right? Now that I think about it. No, wait, that was Navy's video, right? Yeah, it was Navy's video. It wasn't Unirock's video. They had Nate the lawyer on recently. So yeah, she's talking about Navy, right?
Them. Guess who's in their inboxes that they're entertaining?
This
Erica, Penelope, Vada, and EKC.
I am going to demand to see whatever information you came across that depicted me being anywhere near anyone's inbox related to Unirock or Unirock himself. I got to see this shit because lady, the last person's inbox I was in surrounded or related to Unirec, I think was negatives. And he and I haven't spoken in a long, long time, 6 months or more. So, and last time he and I talked, I really don't think it was about you at all. Like, I know one of the things that we talked about, but which had nothing to do with any of this shit. But as far as content creators go, I don't even think we really even talked about you. I could be wrong, but if we did, it wasn't memorable. So I want to see this. Now, I don't think you've seen Vanna in there either, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know everything she does. And maybe she thought of a reason for her to have to, maybe she wanted to verify something. I don't know. So I'm not going to say for sure. But I think that if she were found to be in there, it's because she was looking for verification or something. I don't really know much about Penelope at all, so I can't really speak on that. But I've heard nothing to suggest that she has been in there. Same thing with Goose. So I'm going to speak with 100% certainty on me. You didn't fucking see me in there. You know nothing of me being in there because I haven't been in there. So I want to know, why the fuck are you still lying on me? Why are you here on this stream trying to place me in Uni's fucking inbox? Why? If I'm so like some fucking non-relevant weirdo or whatever, why the fuck do you feel the need to fucking insert me here?
The very people that doxed me have came at me and lied on me continually over and over and over again, have threatened me, have threatened my nieces.
No one's done that. Who the fuck threatened her nieces? Like, who is she saying threatened her nieces? Nobody fucking did that.
That you'll sit there and try to take credit for all that. I'm not blaming you for those. The person that's responsible for them, we just talked about on Saturday. She knows. Well, and I'm not talking about the
wait a minute.
CPS call either. That you'll have came at me and lied on me continually over and over and over data in EKC. The very people that doxed me have came at me and lied on me continually over and over and over again, have threatened me, have threatened my nieces. Now that you'll sit there and try to take credit for all that. I'm not blaming you for those. The person that's responsible for them, we just talked about on Saturday.
Okay, I want to clear that up right there, because she says, first, it sounds like she's blaming all of us for lying on her, doxing her, and threatening her nieces or whatever. But then she says, and you know what, Vanna, I know you're going to try and take responsibility for this, but it wasn't you. The person who did all those things, but that's who we talked about on Saturday. So whoever the fuck she talked about on Saturday is who she's blaming for all of that, not us. I mean, she clearly stated that. I can't remember who she talked about on Saturday. Was that Erica, or was that nonsense? Or I mean, not nonsense. Penelope, or hell, was it Goose? Like, who the fuck? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure she didn't talk about. Well, she obviously didn't talk about Vanna on Saturday, because she basically admitted that much. And I really don't think she talked about me on Saturday. So I just want to clarify that.
She knows. And I'm not talking about the CPS call either. That's, she knows. If you think that these are the type of human beings that I want anywhere around me, that because you create as a full-grown man over his behavior and the bullshit that he has done to you, that he is willing to align with the very people that have been attacking the creator, that he has fucked over time and time again for the need of content. You can miss me with that, but he has respect for you. He never had respect for me.
What?
This man doesn't respect anybody around him, including Navy.
I agree with that.
He has fucked, that he is willing to align with the very people that have been attacking the creator, that he has fucked over time and time again for the need of content.
Who the fuck is she talking about there? Who she's saying Unirac is aligning with people who have attacked what?
He has done to you, that he is willing to align with the very people that have been attacking the creator, that he has fucked over time and
so there's a creator that Unirac has fucked over time and time again, and now he's aligning himself with the people who have attacked that said creator. But that sounds like, and it sounds like most of the people on YouTube, that's kind of what they do, right? They go after someone and then they align themselves with the people that also dislike that person, that creator, right? I mean, she's saying it though like it's some big bad fucking new like slight or something against her, but I digress. I can't tell if she's talking about herself there. She's the channel that's being fucked over, or if she's talking about Katie, because he's known Katie a lot longer. And the situation that she's describing, I think more fits his relationship with Katie than his relationship with Nonsense. But then she comes back around to it and like kind of ties it together, and as though it's about her. I don't understand it.
Time again for the need of content. You can miss me with that, but he has respect for you. He never had respect for me.
See?
This man doesn't respect anybody around him, including Navy. Navy is used as a buffer between Uni and others. You have to go through Navy because then Uni can say, oh, I'm sorry, so-and-so, you know, oh. There's that built-in buffer. That's why they do it. Master of confusion. It ain't because Uni's too busy. It ain't because he's so big up there that he can't answer. He can't be bothered. But it's because he fucks up so often and he gets called out so often. And this is a pattern of behavior for him that he's had to have these built-in buffers. It doesn't work.
Right, because it's easier for him to sell a narrative, to sell a lie, to create this complete bullshit of whatever story he's talking about at the time. It's easier for him to do that when he's not faced with all of the issues of his story, where he's not being questioned, where he's not being forced to look at the fallacy of it all. That's why he does it. I mean, it's easier to lie when you're not constantly being confronted with your lie.
I don't play the games.
There you go.
I'm not playing them with you. You went personal instantly used to hear anything I had to say. You've discredited me, you've discounted me, and you spit in my face. I don't take it personal. I fight with the facts, your own behavior, your own words. I'm not attempting to cancel Uni. This isn't because I don't have content. I could do content for fucking days on fucking Kiki sitting here and just chatting with you guys. And just as happy. This is not what it is. But to have the audacity to invite me to an interview like you're some sort of fucking star and then invite Molly in the same sentence, this is all about content for you.
What?
Instead of hearing the criticism.
I gotta pause that for a second. I'm going over to chat. What the fuck is she talking about? Was Unirock trying to get her and Molly on for an interview? When was this? Oh, Love a Scorpio. I had no idea Letitia even went on that channel. Wait, what? Am I looking at the right one? Is this thing like really behind or something? Oh wait, no, my stream's behind. I'm an idiot. My bad. All right, there we go. Now it's up to date. And I saw something here. Autistic Shield says, it's all a distraction to get others to forget the creator of this shit and her legal woes. Yeah, I think that's a huge part of it. Are Rebecca's nieces Dre's kids? I've always thought that and still think that. I don't think so. I don't think so. How old is your puppy? Forget her name. Clever Lane is her name. I know, but whatever. You have to pick your battles. She is, I think, 5 months. She was born in November. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, so does anyone know what she's talking about, though? Like, did Unirec try to get her and Molly on his channel? And was this before or after Molly lost her channel? Yeah, I know. Sorry, Blue Apple Pie. I was looking at the comments on the screen, not the comments in the live stream chat. And I saw a comment from like, I don't know, like 20 minutes ago or something. And I thought it was up to, or it was caught up. Oh yeah, I don't know what to make of all of it. Still, I mean, I know Vanna floated a theory that this is all an act or whatever, and I don't know. It could be. Who the fuck knows? You know, really, who the fuck knows? But I'm going to lean more on the side of I don't think it's an act because I don't think any of them are really that good at acting. I just don't. But I'm of the belief, though, also that it doesn't really matter because I'm not going to react any differently to anything I see or hear than I would if it were or weren't an act. You know what I mean? So long as my actions, as long as I react and act in ways that are true to me, then it doesn't matter what the fuck they're doing, you know? So. What ducking whisper? What are you talking about? I'm kidding. Yeah. No one's walking back any accusations of this being a fraud or whatever. So I don't know. All right, I'm gonna go back to the stream for now.
That I was willing to give you, honestly, from my heart.
One part when
You have started the most petty, ridiculous, and should be embarrassing tactics. You should be embarrassed by your behavior as a grown-ass man on YouTube. You're throwing things out there. You're reacting. What are you so nervous about? I don't know what you're so nervous about. You have told us time and time again that you have been honest with everybody from day one, that you have been called out time and time again, and it doesn't faze you because you're unbreakable uni, right? I don't know why you're so nervous. If you can't take accountability for your actions, why does this bother you? I mean, you don't seem to care, so why does it bother you? I don't have to take it personal, and you won't take it there for me, because this is not personal to me. I don't know you. You're a stranger to me. All of you are. I don't know you a goddamn thing either. This assumed relationship that people think we had isn't there. It's not what it is. That's how these people move. That's not how I move. I've never been in contact. I don't do voice chat. Unlike he liked to say it on his Twitter spaces. And yes, I've got clips of all this, and we're going to get into clips, and we're going to listen to his own words, and I'm going to walk it back in a pattern of explainable. You can see it right in front of you. We'll do all that. But if you want to run your mouth like you do, you better start coming with some receipts, such as I'm somehow some Discord diva too, I guess. He's running his mouth on Twitter the other night saying I'm in Discord. Dude, I fucking failed at Discord. A couple of years ago, another creator tried getting me to use it for one thing. That sucked. I've had the same Twitter account. Somebody else had it. Nanya had to help me try to figure out how to get into it.
I'm just going to say this isn't the first accusation I've heard made against her about being in Discord and being a part of some fuckery or whatever in there. I don't know if she is or not. I don't know if it's true, but it's just, I don't know. I just can't help but to notice this isn't the first time she's been accused of that.
Then I had one voice chat with Nanya and I think 2 other of your people that popped in there. One time. I don't fucking use Discord. I don't have nothing to hide. I know where you're getting your information, and I'm cracking the fuck up because you walked right into that willingly, and that's going to be embarrassing for you. Taking the very information of a person who has been trying to screw with everybody all along, that's going to be fun for you. I'm excited for that, actually. That'll be a shit show that I'm waiting for. Expose me, please. Expose me. 10 months. And all they can do is lie and lie and lie and lie some more. And now you're aligning with the very liars that you've been calling out. I'm not picking a side. You think that I ran to Charlotte or one of these people? Hell to the fucking no. None of them knew I was doing this. Not a single one of them. But you know what? That's the difference between how I move and how you guys move. It's a side for you. You're either against Katie or you're with it. It's one or the other. That is some weird shit. The hatred for one human being that controls every movement you guys make around the internet because of your group involvement and all of the stuff off of Steve and everything like that. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like you like Unirock and everyone let Katie fucking dictate that for them. I mean, at least have some class and like have Molly dictate that for you, you know, like she did. What the fuck?
I want nothing to do with any of you. This isn't an olive branch for a discussion.
What makes you think you had anything to do with anyone here? Like, seriously, we didn't ask for you. We didn't invite you over. We're not telling you to come on in and have some dinner or whatever. What are you talking about? In fact, we're bitching that you're even here.
This isn't any of that. You can invite Molly on your panel anytime. I will never, ever be seen on a panel with you. No third party. I don't want a discussion. There will be no open line of communication.
Well, of course you don't. You don't want to be faced with all of your lies.
Reach out to you because by the time I realized what you were, the trust was already gone. I don't have respect for you. I will treat you like a human.
Well, you sure acted like you did up until like just recently. So either you're incredibly dumb and you didn't realize what he was until way into this relationship, or you did realize it, but you just acted like he was someone to be listened to for this long. Either way, you either lack ability or you lack integrity.
Human being as I'm exposing your ass. But you aren't going to play games with me. You're not going to try and intimidate me. You're not going to fuck with my real life. You're not going to align with the very people. I mean, you can do all these things, but it's not going to turn out well for you. You have a choice to make. Take accountability for your actions and keep it moving and take ownership of some bullshit that you've been doing. However this goes is up to you. If you continue to show your ass, I'm going to continue to expose it. Stop showing your ass, I won't have anything to expose, right?
Now that just sounds like revenge porn. I don't know.
Your behaviors will determine how this goes. Do you think I ever wanted to be here?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's the very person that I thought, man, if, you know, at least there's one team member out here that's like really got my back. Well, the very fucking person had enough.
Wait a minute. I thought that you realized like what he was. I mean, what is it? Did you realize what he was, or was he the one team member you thought had your fucking back? Like, what? See here though, I still in this instance I can't really be sure if she's talking about Uni or Navy because she seems to be really kind of heartbroken over somebody. But I think it might be Navy more than Uni. I don't know.
Knife in it the whole entire time.
Knife in it.
I have sacrificed a lot of mental space just to make sure that, like, I'm trying to think of the subs. And I want to explain something to you guys. I used the term purge the other day, and they have ran with that and made it into something that it's totally not. I said the purge because he was having his people unsub me because he knew I was getting ready to expose his ass because I made it known. And he started doing stupid shit, in my opinion, very stupid shit, and making up some very egregious stories because he was.
I heard her say purge. I in no way, shape, or form and thought that she was talking about the things she's claiming to have been talking about. I took it exactly the way everyone else did.
Was getting ready and he needed protection and he was amping up and going crazy because he knew this was coming. But he was having his people unsub me. This has been known, y'all. I didn't delete anybody or block anybody. Anybody that has been deleted or anything, it's been right out here. I actually screen recorded my entire block list the other day and sent it to my girls just to verify to them too that nobody was getting blocked. When I said the purge, it was because they're taking themselves out. And I mean the purge as in out with the old, in with the new. Out with the very donkeys that have been kicking me in the face. You're not going to send my comments and gaslight me about things that are being done to me. You're not going to sit here and demean me or my subs that have watched it all go on. Some of my subs, sadly.
Did she just say you're not going to send me my comments and gaslight me about things being done to me with my own comments? I feel like there's a big flaw in that logic. Oh my God. Okay. All right. We're going to do a little bit of an intermission here because I have to go pee. So I'm going to wrap it up after I'm done commentating the stream, but I do want to comment. We got less than a half an hour to go. I don't think I'm going to do the whole thing, but there's a part coming up here I really wanted to pay attention to because I feel like this is where she slips up and she reveals her real reasoning for doing all of this. Like she kind of slips up and says what it is that actually pissed her off. But anyway, they don't have music or anything in here, do they? Where would I even find that? I don't think they do. Damn it. Captions. Graphics. QR codes. Nope, not going to be there. Okay. Oh, they don't have it anymore. Where is it? Okay. What did I just do? Oh, shit. Okay. Won't be that one, will I? I'll do this. Okay. Okay, so there's a little banner there. Be back within 4 minutes. So if anyone comes in, like after I've been gone a minute now, y'all know when to look for me back. Go get yourself a snack. Do what you got to do. Meet you back here in a minute. Sorry, there's no music. Okay, sorry. Apparently I can't tell time. Okay. Oh my God, I just about choked. Holy shit. Okay. I'm back. Might have to do another quick intermission here shortly because the dog might have to go out, but see if we can get this done before then. Let me check chat real quick. Okay. Well, I don't see my name tagged or anything, so I think we're good. Okay, I'm going to go back.
Are really affected by this because they've gotten close to some of these people and developed relationships with them. Again, those relationships are those, and they have to navigate those on their own. But I have to navigate my own. And I will not sacrifice letting down one of my boundaries and letting all this shit happen because other adults can't handle their personal shit and figure it out. A liar is a liar is a liar. You lie on me once, time and time again, I have nothing for you. There is no opportunity. I don't.
So is she saying that Unirock just lied on her again and again and again? I mean, it's weird that she never said anything though beforehand. You know, why now? Why are we just now hearing about all this? I mean, I say that kind of sarcastically because like we already knew, like we're probably the ones who told her, but it's like now though she's seeing the light, you know. I feel like for a lot of us here in this community that the recent rabbit nonsense and Unirock streams, we could all classify pretty much as how to say I'm right without telling me I'm right. That's, I don't know. That's my opinion.
These are relationships over the internet. These are strangers on the internet. We've got to really try and chalk it up. I wasn't emotional because, oh, poor Uni. I was emotional more for him because, get the fuck ready. That's all I got to say.
What?
But again, your behavior will determine how this goes. You continue to screw with my subs. You continue to screw with my mods. We knew all that was coming. I know how your tactics go. The one thing different between me and you is I research the person I'm about to expose beforehand. I study their movements. I know how they're going to play. You played your ass out front.
You were right there neck and neck with Unirock for months. So if you're telling me that you researched him, you're telling me that you can't research for shit because you don't even have to look hard. You know what I mean? Which also makes me wonder, if you can't research for shit, well then surely you didn't fucking research properly either when you covered anyone else, especially Letitia Bias, right? I mean, if you fucked up this royally with someone who was right there neck and neck with you, then, oh my God, how badly did you fuck up with everyone who was strangers, you know? People who weren't like these internet figures or personas or people or whatever. I mean, Unirock's easy to fucking research, and you got that wrong. Wow.
It's like chess. You're on a Connect 4 board. Catch up.
What?
The petty little games that you study their movements, how they're going to play. You played your ass out front. It's like chess. You're on a Connect 4 board.
Oh my God. Oh my God. She did not just say that. Oh my God. This is Poe, right? I mean, this can't be real. This has to all be Poe, right? Right? I mean, people are not this dumb, right?
Catch up. The petty little games that you are used to playing, we're not going to do that. I did not threaten you to go real life. Uni, you've been exposed all over the internet for how many years now? That's not going real life.
Then how did you not see this? See, there's when it comes to ignorance, okay, there there are those who want to remain ignorant and those who don't, or whatever. There's two types of ignorance that really kind of bother me, but one I can understand it a little bit, but the other one I really can't. So there's like the willful ignorant, and then there's the purposely ignorant. Okay, like like the willful ignorant, like say if I'm busy playing a video game, okay, and you want to tell me, hey Aaron, the sun's purple. Like, okay. But you'd be like, Aaron, the sun's purple. I'd be like, what do you mean? Come here, come see the sun's purple. Nah, dude, I'm not gonna go fucking look. I'm playing this video game. Fuck off. That's willfully ignorant because you're being told something and you're being presented with evidence of this claim, but yet you don't care because you're looking at something else. Whatever. Your mind's not even over there. But whatever. But on that subject, on this sun being purple thing, on that part, you're willfully ignorant because you didn't care enough to even just look, which is fine. Whatever. I find it a little bit annoying, but whatever. But then there's the purposely ignorant. Those who are playing the video game and they're like, hey, look, the sun's purple. You go over to the window and you look and you see that it's purple and you're like, that's not purple. That's like fucking weird shade of magenta, whatever. You're full of shit. That's the purposely ignorant. Okay? That kind of just fucking drives me nuts. Oh, these are my classifications, mind you, by the way, nobody else's.
Everything that I need to show, you've put out yourself.
My whole point of that is that she's the latter. She's it's not that she doesn't care to verify something. She can see the verification right in front of her face, but that doesn't suit her. So she's going to try to I don't know, stretch it and fold it into something that does suit her better.
You've said yourself. You've done to yourself. You've lied about yourself. You've contradicted yourself. I keep it on YouTube. I don't have to go low. I don't have to do ugly things. But again, this will be determined by your behavior.
Oh, so was it YouTube where you got all of Penelope's information, including right down to the name of her mom's dogs? Was that you kept that on YouTube? You found that what?
Your reaction. Currently, you're having some pretty nasty reactions and doing some pretty stupid shit, such as blaming one of my mods and saying that one of my mods was speaking on behalf of me. That doesn't work. Not a single one of my mods speaks on behalf of me. Never has, never will.
They do. Well,
I don't even know on most.
Yeah, they do. Do you not see that? Do you not see some of them in other people's chats or whatever? I mean, Nanya, Christ, she was in my chat speaking on behalf of you, saying Nonsense never said that. No, she never said that. No, she said that Goose was being involved in things behind the scenes. She never said anything else. Oh, but then only seconds later, I played a clip of Nonsense saying that Goose was in fact involved in all these things that Nanya said that Nonsense never said. So yeah, no, they absolutely do speak on behalf of you, and even poorly.
Stace who's got wrenches of mine. So if you know my mods that much and pay that close of attention, why? My mods don't do that. My mods would never do that. And you better be dropping some screenshots and naming some names if it did happen.
I have a video on my channel about it if you want to see it. Like, in fact, it's something about Nanya caught in a lie or whatever. It's a video though. It's under the video section.
You know, we do things as in you don't say shit unless you've got proof of it. So you want to accuse my mods of doing something, you better start dropping some receipts. The mods, me having a Discord, expose me all over Facebook.
I'm gonna laugh my ass off if in that regard, if one of the receipts or whatever that Unirock were to present would be my video.
Dude, they've been doing that for months. Where have you been? Where have you been? You can't expose me for shit that I've already exposed myself and been super upfront about or talked about. I mean, but go ahead. Let's try again. I'll just make you look like the biggest ass. I mean, this is like, you're making this easy on me. This is kind of a cakewalk after what I've just been through. So we're good. And then I need to start.
That ain't right, Steve. You're fucking accusing me of philosophizing? What the fuck is that? Fucking don't do that. Fuck.
You need to start finding clips and laying them out, well, your mods probably, of all these lies that you continue to say that I've said time and time and time again. I'm making a list of the proof that is needed, but we should probably start with the letter because that's current time too. And that affects many people in the community. I know it kind of seems narrow vision because it's Queen Bee that's mentioned, but we'll get into that later today. And we're going to explain that and we're going to watch that. But I have respect for Queen Bee and she's currently live, so I'm not about to play her content while she's live. I got time. I ain't in no rush. my mods don't speak for me, but that's what he was trying to do, was cause infighting between my mods. Here's the thing, my mod, we don't even have a mod. Like I said, I don't even know half the time who's got a wrench over here, and it doesn't change. It's just that I'm that dumb because it's not a thing to me. These people don't speak on behalf of me. They don't work for me. They don't do nothing. Some of them have been great help, confidants. We've been in this together. A lot of them are OGs. It ain't like that. But you ain't gonna.
But you just can't bother to talk to them? What the you don't even have a mod chat? Like, that just, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like you have a lot of expectations for your mods, and you show little to no appreciation. And I, I'm probably the last one to talk. I don't think I show enough appreciation to my mods by any means, but I at least have a mod chat.
Start shit with my mods. We don't work like that. My mods are good. If I had questions for them, I'll go to them. They'll handle their own, because you're insulting them as human beings. You're thinking that you're going to cause fighting with me and my mods and my subs and all this stuff. But what you're doing is making yourself look like an ass and getting more heat on you from them, because they know you're fucking lying, because they don't work like that. None of us talk for each other or speak on behalf of each other. They allow me to feel when I need to feel. And if they don't, it is what it is, because here I am feeling what I need to feel, right?
Oh, wait a second. Sorry. I finally looked over and Kick, and I really don't fucking pay attention over there. I should look more up and then do. I apologize, y'all. Someone asked, what is EKC? Those are just my initials. And the other message, it's gross. But yeah, those are just my initials. And all right, whatever. I'm leaving Kick now. I don't think I like Kick very much.
Every time that you come back with another knee-jerk reaction and some more bullshit, you're going to be called out for receipts. You're just making a list and list and list. And you're making it personal. Don't have to be like this. Again, how this goes is all up to you, but you will not defame me. You will not lie on me after you fucking melt my content. Because let me tell you, without me, you couldn't have told Marty. Every time it's none of us talk for each other or speak on behalf of each other. They allow me to feel when I need to feel. And if they don't, it is what it is, because here I am feeling what I need to feel, right? Every time that you come back with another knee-jerk reaction and some more bullshit, you're going to be called out for receipts. You're just making a list and list and list. And you're making it personal. Don't have to be like this. Again, how this goes is all up to you, but you will not defame me. You will not lie on me after you fucking milked my content. Because let me tell you, without me, you couldn't have told Marvon anything about Marvon's story, and that's a fucking fact. Nothing factual you could have. The only thing factual you got right in the story.
When did he lie on you? Like, he's been playing your content, or he's been referencing, I think more is the accurate word, your content since the beginning. When was it he was lying? Because, and if he was lying, did he misrepresent your content, or was he just showing your content and it was your content that was a lie, therefore making him also guilty of the lie? I feel like I feel like you owe people more of an explanation about this if you want people to buy your bullshit anyways, right?
Is the content that you left of mine alone. I hate to be like that, because this is not about an ego stroke, but that's the reality of the situation. And then looking back and hearing how much you inflated and got wrong on that from day one and didn't give a shit enough about Dre or Marvon to go back and correct. These are victim stories that you're telling. They're not yours.
Whose victim story?
You should feel honored that you even have the opportunity to tell the story, considering that man can't talk.
Yeah, but who is he a victim? I'm sorry. The putting of this couple up on a pedestal as though they are both these victims of this horrible fucking, I don't know, action taken against them or something, which oh my god, that was the funniest fucking thing. Oh, you okay, puppy? Oh, that scared you. She was sniffing the recliner. Apparently it wasn't pushed in all the way and it popped up. She's been darting out of the room. Oh my god, it's so funny. Okay. So yeah, like I mean, don't get me wrong, what happened is a tragedy, no doubt, absolutely. And it's heartbreaking. And it's a horrible situation for either of them to find themselves in, I think. Sure, yes. But I think I think it can be argued that Dre is a victim because here's a man that I mean, because I know that she fucked up too. Don't get me wrong. She was not the nicest of wives to him. I get that. But I still feel like there has to be something more going on inside of a person for them to take things to that extremes that Marvin did. So I don't put the blame for that on her. I just don't. And I'm not saying I blame him for it necessarily either. I blame whatever it was going on inside of him, whether it be like depression or some other mental illness or something. You know what I mean? I'm not blaming anyone, but I'm also not holding them as these kinds of victims. Like, regardless, it was still a decision he made. And it's not, I feel for him and I hope he wakes up. I don't think he's going to, but I mean, and I don't fault him for it either. But I'm not going to call him a victim, let alone Uni's victim, okay? Or anyone's victim here. And I'm not going to say that of Dre either. However, I do think Dre is maybe a bit of a victim because of what her husband tried to do. I mean, this wasn't a. I'll be honest. If I keep wondering, like, how would I feel in her situation? How would I feel? Like, heartbroken, of course, but I think I'd also be mad as fucking hell. Like, I would feel guilty for being mad, but I would be fucking infuriated. I'd be so mad at my partner for doing that to him, to himself, to me, to us. I'd be fucking mad. So this is why I do kind of feel like she can claim some victimhood stand, whatever. I don't know. But the way she's talking about these two, Nonsense is talking about these two, the way she's categorizing them as these victims. I'm sorry. I disagree with that. I do.
And then to have as little of a respect for that man to lie and inflate his story and not get it right because of clickbait, to jump at the chance of maybe getting an interview with his wife, that you're willing to risk her safety and announce it when there was nothing confirmed. But that was the very thing that the people going at her didn't want, was her to talk. So what are they going to do? Amp up the attacks on her, and it sure as hell has. And what ended up coming of it? You didn't get an interview, did you? The constant putting other people, including victims, in the middle of this isn't going to work.
I didn't know the answer to this.
You've gotten yourself infiltrated with a group of people who praise you and have no.
Oh, shit.
If they say one little thing, you jump all over them and they back off. You have made yourself an echo chamber where even the closest people to you will not expect more out of you. That makes me sad for you and the people around you. That's some fake ass bullshit. I wouldn't want friends like that. That's codependency, if you ask me. That ain't friendship. I want friends around me that hold me to a higher standard, that we don't always agree. But I also want friends around me that can apologize, that can right the wrongs, that can take accountability. My God, I've gotten things wrong throughout this and had to correct it. Time and time again. We're not playing the personal game. I might be petty and make some slide insults. Probably. But my emotions are valid. My feelings are valid. You can either start addressing me like a man, or I'll continue to call you a bitch. I have a name. You haven't hesitated up until this time to say it. But this time you better put some respect with it. And you better put some fucking receipts with it, because the lies that you are just boldly pulling out of everywhere are about to expose you on a huge scale. Because this is displaying that you're willing to not even, in the flip of a hat, over an emotional reaction, to not take accountability for your own actions.
What actions? I mean, I don't get me wrong. I know that he's committed more than enough actions to have to take accountability for, but I'm wondering what the fuck she's thinking, what she's talking about.
You're fucking flipping out on everybody, claiming that I'm deleting people. You guys are just making up bullshit lies now. Just bold-faced lies. The purge is because you guys are taking yourself out. Ain't nobody getting blocked over here.
You're both fucking full of shit. Come on now.
The funny thing is, Uni, you think I pay attention that much to you. When you've claimed all these real life things have happened to you, have you ever seen me hit the button and go live and bring awareness to it? Do you see other people, as soon as you go live and make up some inflated story, go live and bounce off that? No, that's the other way around. Usually the other channels are announcing something that's going on with their real lives, and you hit the live button before you even know the details of what's going on. You use other people's real life information and what's happening to them as content, while most of us maneuver around with safety first. When Molly was posting Queen Bee in her Patreon, I instantly emailed Queen Bee to let her know, and then I redacted the information, her face, and posted it on Facebook so nobody knew who, like, the pictures, but they could, because I didn't even know if it was Queen Bee myself. I didn't know who these people were, but I reached out to her first. And then I removed all the information and still got the message across that here she is again doing this. But I reached out first. Sorry. As far as the letter goes, we're going to get into that a lot this afternoon. A lot. But I needed to address some of these things because I understand the confusion. I understand why people think, oh, it's drama. This is not drama. I'm sorry you feel that it's drama. This is the furthest thing from drama because this is actually affecting real victims. If you've been following in the story, you should feel absolute disappointment. If you say you stand for Dre and Marvon, then you should open your eyes and go look for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Go look for yourself and tell me how you would feel about somebody inflating their story or lying about their.
She's barely even fucking spoke on behalf of Dre or Marvon or whatever. But now she won't. This stream, she hasn't shut up about them. I mean, it's obvious that she hasn't fucking spoken up for them either. But now she's going to speak about them because she can use them to hurl at Unirock. I mean, but not that Unirock doesn't deserve it. Maybe he does. I don't give a shit. Whatever. They're all one and the same. I want to point one thing out though, and then I'm going to wrap this up. So, the very beginning of the stream, I'm going to scroll back here. Oh, maybe it wasn't the very beginning, right?
6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to do the review. Let me continue to go on. Who is Mumu Buckaroo? You should read all over the place today. Oh, let's be honest. Thank you so much.
So here, let's be honest, gifted 5 memberships, 7:42 minutes into the stream. Okay. Just want to point that out. All right, whatever, go away. I just want to see what comments were left. So it looks like she came in just to fucking gift the memberships. Okay, whatever, that's fine. Yeah, whatever. She's in though. This account is in almost all of Nonsense's live stream. So now keeping that, just having pointed that out, let me find the one I want. What am I looking for? So I want that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. All right, so I want all of those right up until that one. Okay. Actually, no, it's going to take too long to do this. How long does it take to put 5 items into a fucking folder? Like, it's fuck off. It should not take that long. Okay. So these screenshots here are ones I took these back in, I want to say like November or something, October maybe. Oh, it says right. Oh, 10/18. Okay, so October of last year. That's when I took these screenshots. Okay, so whatever dates you see, like on the comments, if you see like 16 weeks ago, it was 16 weeks before or prior to October 18th, like to exactly 16 weeks or whatever before, because that's the date I took the screenshots on. So just keep that in mind. But these are screenshots though I took of this account on Facebook called Sandra Salamandra. Now, this account has the same profile picture as does this account on Twitter called Lesbianist. And Lesbianist has the same picture as Lesbianist here on YouTube. So they're all one and the same entity behind the account. I am of the argument that Katie is behind this account, either directly herself or someone's doing it on her behalf. But I say that because the one thing that tipped me off is verbatim. I mean, fucking batum. This one thing said on Twitter about Unirock was said on Facebook, verbatim. And then it was said on YouTube. But it was said on Katie's account, then it was said on Sandra's account on Twitter, and then it was said on the other two accounts. So that kind of tells me that, yeah, Katie was behind this. But anyways, this screenshot here, this was 3 days. So this comment was left 3 days before the 18th. So this was like October 15th. And this is when sometime in September, the Facebook group that was about exposing Big Juicy or whatever suddenly turned on Unirock. And even in the comments section on Nonsense's page, on Facebook page, they turned on Uni at the same exact fucking time. And it was Sandra Salamander that was kind of, I don't know, leading the charge, I guess you could say. Then Katie. But so here she says, just a reminder that Uni is a bigot. He spews a lot of homophobic, racist, and transphobic rhetoric on his Twitter. Actually, this was the verbatim comment on his Twitter. Not to mention his pro-Russia views and conspiracy theories. Uni on YouTube acts like a different person than Uni on Twitter. Like, why is he even bringing up Twitter on a Facebook thing here? See, that was the verbatim comment. So then someone replies, oh, why? Because Katie said so. She's both paranoid about the report and angry because Uni stole her story. I think they were talking about the Marvin story, but that's kind of an idiotic thing for Tom to say, but whatever. We know how she reacts when she gets angry. If it wasn't a creator, she would tax him like she does for no reason to random people on Twitter. Nope. I have called Uni a bigot for months, way before Katie said anything. Okay, sure. And then I've called Uni. And then she goes on to say, I've called out Uni way before Katie did. Also, I don't agree what she said about Nate. Then, in my opinion, Uni is a bigot. This is 4 weeks before October 18th. So she says, I would stop promoting Uni. I mean, considering the fact that he's a racist bigot. I know he says he accepts everyone, but that's not true. He is super mad that a black girl is playing the Little Mermaid. He's promoting a video where someone took the trailer and made her skin white. That's true, by the way. He was doing that. Then again, 4 weeks before that, she says to, I think is that Flavor? I think that's Flavor's account. I'm not positive. He also thinks the Lord of the Rings TV show is forcing diversity on us. Oh my God. He doesn't understand why black people are in the TV show. He also thinks the movie The Woman King is racist because it only had black people in the movie. Oh my, I will have to look into this. Just go to his Twitter. You can find all his comments and likes there. Now, I realize, and I'm sure Katie realizes this too. If you like something on Twitter, it doesn't mean that you necessarily support one aspect of the tweet. It could be for a number of reasons. And depending on what the tweet is, might give you a clue into that. You can't judge someone purely by their likes because likes are left for a lot of reasons, not just simply because you subscribe to all the rhetoric in the tweet or the post or whatever. And this was 6 weeks before I took the screenshots. LOL, Uni is throwing Katie under the bus with lies. He is also backpedaling. I mean, see, this account is awfully fucking concerned with Katie for over a big, long period of time, right? Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty disappointed in the backpedaling. Looking like a weak pussy right now on their live. Sandra says, it's not the first time he's done this. The last time he did this with someone else, the same thing happened. She's talking about with Creepshow art. Then this was 6 weeks before I took the screenshots. Uni was good at exposing fraud raisers. I think she means fraud raisers. But he didn't do it alone. He had a whole team behind him who normally does all the work. They are the ones that sends Uni all the information. Uni just presents it. Well, we were sending him all the info, including me, and he yelled at me last night, even though I was a member in his Discord and everything. Yeah, I don't care. I feel stupid, whatever. And then she says, that's Unirock for you. I used to watch him before, but stayed away because of the things he tweets. He has gone full conspiracy theorist. I watched a few streams he did on the Vaughn case. So and the reason why I'm pointing this out is because I think a lot of people are wondering why it is that they're at each other's throats, why they're fighting or whatever else. And either he and Katie really did break up and other people are aligning themselves with Katie to come at him, or I don't know, they're just all after each other's throats. I don't know. I don't really care which it is either, though. I really don't care. Because no one's going to walk out of this looking any better than they did walking into it. That's all I know. And I'm here for that. So, on that note. Let me check a chat and then I'm going to wrap this up. Yeah, Uni's always been into conspiracies, exactly. Oh, Steve, I thought of you tonight at the comedy show. One of the comics made a joke. What was that? He felt like the flat earther movement consisted of everyone who was bullied by dodgeballs in school or something like that. I thought it was funny. See, I disagree, Steve. I think this is going to hurt them both. Like I'm not, when I say hurt, I don't mean it's going to hurt their views or it's going to hurt their, I don't know, whatever, their engagement or whatever. I mean, I think it's going to hurt their reputations, which for granted, you can't really hurt unis much more, but not just hurt in causing their reputation to become worse than it is, but I think it's going to spread their shitty reputation. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I think they're going to not come out any better for wear. Because of Steve. Get out, Crunch. No way. He did not. He made a video claiming that Back to the Future predicted 9/11. Was it sarcastic or something? And Steve, I think you're right too. Uni is more of just an idiot who sounds like a bigot. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even think Uni really even subscribes to any of the bigoted, misogynistic views that he spouts or whatever, unless the money's good, then he will. Do a YouTube search. Oh my God. Okay. All right. What? I was about to ask you if you heard about Tipster now sucking up to the Keffals what, who is that again? Is that the one that arranged for Ricada Law's channel to be mass-struck? What's that about? I'm not entirely sure what you all are talking about, Chin and Apple, but I hope whatever it is, I hope everything turns out okay. Oh. Well, I hope that's an option. I hope, you know, I just, I don't know. I hope it turns out okay. The led to charge it. Okay, all right. Why is the funny part is I didn't even want to talk about any of this shit tonight because I came across another story that I really wanted to address, and I still do, so I might, but I feel like if I don't do it soon, then it's gonna lose its relevance. But the drama between Illuminati and what one of the law tubes, the big one. I can't remember the name of it now. But yeah, they've been apparently kind of quarreling because in my recommended one of Augie RFC's videos came up and he was talking about it. And then that led me to a video upload by the Illuminati about 4 days ago where she, explains a lot of it and everything. And I'm like, I want to learn more about this and I want to talk about this. But then this shit fucking happened. So yeah, here we are. So, but I do have another day off. So maybe tomorrow. Legal Eagle. Thank you, Dirty Uncle Sal. Yep. Wait, Gren made a Menace to Sobriety video? When? When'd you do that? Is it up? Is it new? Is it up now? What am I doing? I gotta do this. I'm going to check out your channel right now. So don't bother answering me. I'll find out for myself. I see something from a month ago. So is that it? Okay, no, I saw the racist one. That was the one you did 6 months ago, it says. The most recent one you did is missing the mark, misses the mark. Missing the mark, misses the mark. So which one? Can I play one? Can I play it? Wait, how long are they? I didn't even look. Oh yeah, I can. Well, can I play the racist one? Oh, thank you. My desk. It's clean. This was my my anniversary present last year. I think. Or was it a Christmas present? No, I'm pretty sure it was an anniversary present. I can't believe I hit no. I didn't have this a year already, did I? I don't know, maybe I did. All right. I just want to make sure I have his permission before I play it. I'll play the racist one. It is. Yeah, it's a pink desk, and it comes with LED lights on the bottom. But this lamp, I don't know. Can you see the lamp? Oh no, you can't really see it here. Right there, this lamp. I love this lamp. It's so pretty. I had a regular customer, Larry. He followed me a couple bars I worked at, and he came in all the time. And heard the same stories over and over again, but they were good stories. So he's a very sweet man, and he lived right up the street from me. And he was really old, so he needed help like cleaning his house and shit like that. His wife was gone, his kids were out of state, so myself and another bartender, mostly the other bartender, gave him a hand a lot of times and with stuff. And yeah, he gave me that lamp. He passed away like maybe a couple of years after that, but that was before I had my younger one. So that was like 99, 2000, 2001, around there, I think. I love that lamp though. Then after he gave me that lamp too, my dad fell in love with the lamp. And after it was after my mom passed away in 2003, my dad started dating his girlfriend. And I moved out, and my dad kind of stole the lamp from me. I'm like, whatever, fine. You can hold on to it for now. And so, yeah. Then when my dad passed away, I got the lamp back. I'd rather have my dad than the lamp, though. Okay, so I'm going to take that as a yes. So I'm going to play it. All right. So, pause it real quick. It's from October 24th. Wait, is there like copyright shit in here? Music or whatever? I don't think so. Okay.
Wonder if KK Creature Paw's still sticking up for Steve McClad today.
Wait, what the fuck?
I hear you're a racist now.
French or Paul?
Excuse me, what?
So if you haven't heard already, it seems our good buddy Menace was running his mouth not too long ago on Twitter, trying to claim that I was racist for standing up for my new BFF Steve McRae, for liking racist jokes?
My new BFFAE. Bestest friend forever and ever. Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, apparently in Menace's mind, he thinks he not only gets to decide who I'm friends with, but what I support as well? Because that's not crazy.
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Anyway, Menace's bullshit here just seems to be nothing more than just guilt by association. Because, you know, if you get along with someone, then you must be friends with them and defend everything about that person, or that's what Menace seems to believe. But what he doesn't seem to understand is that just because you get along with someone doesn't instantaneously make you friends, or even mean that you're going to defend everything about that person. I seriously can't believe I have to explain this shit to a grown adult.
What the hell are you talking about?
Another problem with Menace's bullshit here is that I don't even like racist jokes. I honestly find them cringy as hell. So you can imagine my confusion when I noticed this dipshit running around trying to claim that I was defending Steve in this. Even though the only time I spoke up about this drama was when I noticed Menace was trying to drag me into a drama that had nothing to do with me.
I'm trying to be calm, but this is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, and if Menace's bullshit couldn't get any more ridiculous, the same time he was falsely accusing me of racism, he was also running around trying to claim that falsely accusing people of racism is not only wrong, but also hurts people of color. You just can't make this shit up.
Here we have Puppy Smollett making false allegations of racism again. It's unfortunate that people like him exist and make it that much harder for people of color to reach a place of true equality. Wonder if KK...
What? I mean, I don't know anything about menace to sobriety. I mean, is he a person of color? Because he's speaking about that as though he is. And it's, I mean, if he is, okay. But I mean, if he's not, then it seems kind of exploitative to me. I mean, like, I don't know. I just feel like that's ingenuous.
Creature paw still sticking up for Steve McClaren today.
Oh, the irony! It's too much!
Well, I guess it only hurts people of color when he's not the one falsely accusing people of racism.
Must Ralph beat some sense into that overcooked noodle that you call a head?
This is why I say that when it comes to Menace and his pals, hypocrisy really is a way of life for them. Because this bullshit from Menace looks like nothing more than just another lazy attempt to besmirch my reputation. Because it's easier to do that than it is to just be a better person. Because if this was really about Steve liking racist jokes and nothing else, then he wouldn't have dragged me into a drama that had nothing to do with me.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
And this is why I honestly believe that Menace needs to go outside and touch some fucking grass. Because he's clearly allowing his hate.
Wait, I want to see that again.
Needs to go outside and touch some fucking
Achievement unlocked, touch some grass.
grass. Because he's clearly allowing his hatred to blind him to how he's making a complete clown out of himself. And ironically enough, making people less likely to listen to him when he talks about Steve. But then again, why listen to me? Apparently to Menace, I'm just a human lobster hybrid? I wish I was kidding about that one.
What's the other half? If you're a hybrid and half of you is lobster, what are you on the other half? I don't get it. Is he thinking human or something else? That was funny. That was funny. I like that. Okay. He's not a person of color. Okay. Let me do this. Let me grab the link. So, there we go. So here's a link. I'm going to link his channel. I'm not going to just link the video. I'm going to link the channel because it looks, by the titles, it looked like there's definitely more to see on his channel. So there's, how do you pronounce it anyways? Krincharpa? I'm just going to call you Kren, okay? There's a link to Kren's channel. Go check it out. Play when Menace Strikes Back. Videos. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave the screen. And so I normally like do it half. I'm going to leave the whole screen up so that way you guys can see more of this video. So now we're playing one more video from Kren's channel, When Menace Strikes Back. It's funny. From March 18, 2022.
I am lost. And yet, I can feel his presence. So close, so close. I can see him in my mind's eye.
Steve.
Excuse me, what?
You know, I don't know what's worse. The fact that
I'm just gonna throw this out. I just I get that you're doing like little film parodies there or whatever, but I mean, obviously that's not the words that we're hearing are not the words that are actually in the movie. So you're doing the voiceovers, obviously. I'm assuming it's you anyways, but I think it's you. I just want to say that you do a great job at it. You really do.
that Menace uploaded this video thinking it wasn't a fucking disaster? Or that he thinks this meme he made of my icon looks good? I mean, seriously, why does every toe have a Karen haircut? It just looks like it has hairy toes now. So if you haven't heard, apparently our good buddy Menace made a video
I get the joke. He's calling you a Karen, basically. I get that. But the 4 different haircuts for one for each toe, is he saying that you're like 4 different types of Karens? Or like you're the embodiment of a Karen? Or like, why are you so many Karens? Like, why are there so many Karens? Isn't there just like Karen? I don't know.
Responding to me. And the whole time I watched it, I kept wondering if I was hallucinating because of how bad it was.
Is this real life?
Wait, he responded to a comment of mine with this block of text?
Oh my god.
Why?
Oh my god. Dude, he does that on my channel too. I'm just like, I'm not reading all that. I'm fucking like, I have shit to do today. I'm not reading all that.
Why?
Relax, 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 relax. You're fine. You're doing fine. I'm doing fine.
So one of the things Menace calls me out for in his video is how I wasn't being accurate about how many videos he's really made mentioning Steve, but then has shit like this in the description for his video.
So here he is, McLion again. Here he's trying to paint the picture that for the most part, all of my videos are about Steb. I'm gonna guess that about 65 of them have mention of Steb in them, and far less than that are directed explicitly towards Steb.
I'm going to say more than that has Steve just in the title alone, like, let alone the rest of it.
Lying and skeezing. There's a bunch on non-sex shit and stupid shit Ches and Manya have said and done, etc. You still could have made a valid point in stating that a large percentage of my videos...
So you're talking about all the things, Steve, and you're saying that that's not talking about Steve. What the fuck?
...would have content about Steb in them.
Crenshaw Paw dropped a video in which he made 1 point for every 47 lies he told.
But it isn't enough for you to be honest. You need to lie and state a number that is clearly false.
Okay, it was probably 1 point for every 5 or 6 lies.
And state a number that is clearly false.
Crenshaw Paw dropped a video in which he made 1 point for every 47 lies he told.
You are, as the lobsters say, astronomically dishonest.
Excuse me, what?
Accuracy at its...
Fun fact. I can't remember which video it was now, but not long ago, I was watching a really old video of Katie Joyce, and it was before Steve made his astronomically honest or whatever comment. Katie had used that word before Steve did.
Best, folks.
You are, as the lobsters say, astronomically dishonest.
How do you fuck up this badly? I love how he thinks pointing out that only about 70% of his content mentions Steve somehow doesn't prove my overall point that he's made a lot of videos mentioning Steve. Also, you would think that someone who claims to care so much about accuracy wouldn't go onto his Twitter 2 days after uploading this video and make a post about a response I left to someone in the comments of his video and leave out the context so that he could make it about Steve. Oddly enough, Menace tried to call me out for doing this with something Trio said, but ends up leaving out the fact that, in none of the tweets Trio made, did Trio ever make it clear what the fuck he was talking about when he declared that Menace debunked me. Somehow, in Menace's mind, I should have just known what Trio was talking about, even though in Menace's own response, he too brings up his own video! Like, what the fuck?
Am I dead yet?
Anyway, who's I showing empathy to? Well, all you have to do is go to the comment in question, scroll up, and you'll see it wasn't fucking Steve! The way this guy acts, you would think he has Steve on the brain or something.
Steb and his lobsters having a bit of a meeting here in their super secret Discord. Look, they're praying to Steve is... Boy, look at them whipping their minions down here. There's definitely Stevis down here somewhere. They're whipping their parishioners into submission. Oh, look at this. There's Stevis. There he is.
Dude.
Regrettably, we have not.
There's Step.
This ritual is everything.
In his unholy pulp of agnosticism outfit. Let's go get him. Let's go get Stevis. Lord Stevis. Keeper of the cult.
You posted cringe beyond human understanding.
And the fuck-ups don't end there, because at another point in his video, he claims that all I do is whataboutism, but fails to list off any. Funny enough though, a minute after making this claim, he does a whataboutism in response to a point I make about him and his friends.
He says all I do is whataboutisms, but fails to make any. Oh my god.
And harassment.
Kren crying about someone ban evading after having their other accounts banned for harassment. Don't get me wrong, I think his criticism is valid. It's just ironic coming from Team Lobster, whose lieutenant is ban evading after being banned for harassment.
Whataboutism. It's the practice of changing the subject to someone else's perceived wrongdoing.
Well, it's nice to know that if my point had anything to do with ban evading, his response would be to go, well, what about this other user who's also ban evading?
Whataboutism. Whataboutism. It's the practice of changing the subject to someone else's perceived wrongdoing. Whataboutism.
But my point had nothing to do with ban evading, and everything to do with noticing a trend with how Menace and his pals will in one moment screech about how they are so against harassment, but yet in another, openly support a user who keeps getting banned off of Twitter because he can't stop harassing people.
Did I ever tell you what the definition of insanity is? Insanity is doing the exact same fucking thing over and over again, expecting shit to change. That is crazy.
So I guess harassment is only wrong when someone they dislike does it, because that's how they act. Anyway, the last thing really worth addressing from Menace's video is where he tries to claim that since his friends didn't spread around that leaked photo of Red's rhetoric with malicious intent, they didn't dox him, and that they had to spread around this photo to disprove a bullshit claim of sexual assault. But what Menace fails to realize is that the person who was accused of sexually assaulting Reds put out a video disproving this claim without needing to expose all of his face. And that's not all. Another thing that Menace fails to realize is that the very user who he called a troll and said was doxing Reds by leaking that photo was trying to do the very same thing that his friends were doing. So this is where Menace's double standard becomes easy to see. This troll makes some posts leaking the photo of Reds and tags Menace in them. Menace responds by saying that post tagging him is a dox and he doesn't want tagged in such things. His friends, however, see that troll's post and decide to spread it around, and somehow, in Menace's own mind, they aren't doxing, but the troll is? What? And his double standard becomes even easier to see when you realize that when a public photo of one of his friends was making the rounds on Twitter, here's what he had to say about that.
What's the point in posting someone's pic in the first place if it's not to dox them?
Oh, really? It's doxing now to share around a picture of someone?
No, 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 no.
So, there you have it. This is why I say that this video, like this meme he made, should have...
I don't... Wait a minute.
No, 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 no.
Where is? Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I don't know who that is, so I don't know. I don't understand that joke. It sounds like funny. Okay, Keon. I know Keon.
So?
I know Keon. Okay, I don't know.
So, there you have it. This is why I say this video, like this meme he made, should have never seen the light of day. Wait a minute. 50% lobster? What the fuck? Does he think that I'm some kind of human lobster hybrid or something?
You know, I should do more. I should do more videos on Menace because he just makes it so easy. You know, he does. I mean, he practically writes the shit himself. Well, he does kind of. He just doesn't realize it. Okay, that is negative exponents, I think. Okay. Here's the Steve yell. Okay, and then no, it's 2 a.m. I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm gonna go to bed. So thanks for being here. This was I don't really want to keep talking about this fucking clown nonsense. I really don't. I do want to talk about other things. Like I really was like really looking forward to talking about the Illuminati thing. So I'm going to try and make that tomorrow stream because I really do want to talk about just something different. You know, and I like Illuminati and I like Augie RFC. And I know like a lot of people don't really care for him. And I get that he's like someone from the gamer community who uses, you know, certain words or whatever that upset a lot of people. And I agree. I mean, I don't agree with him. I don't agree with saying that word or whatever, but and I also don't hang out in the gamer community with him, but I do enjoy his streams on the drama community at times. So I kind of want to cover this, but we'll see. All right. Good night, guys. Thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.